liberties, all the people don't have freedom, all the people don't have justice, and all the people don't have power, so that means none of us do.
We know exactly what Tethers be doing. We know exactly how they act. You've seen one, you've seen them all. They're not even intelligent enough to come up with a clever lie. Okay. If they were that clever, then they would actually put things together, but they haven't. So we know exactly what it is. And when you see a Tether, point them out. And yes, and I mean this on everything. Foundational Black Americans are putting in work, and foundational Black Americans are standing on business. And yes, indeed, we will forget all the damn Tethers. And when we check them all, including you. Go ahead, my brother Church.
Yes, sir. I just wanted to really quick. I give much love to each and every one of you all. But I just wanted to say earlier when we was talking to old dude, when I said anywhere but Africa, what did he say? Yeah. He agreed with that. He didn't deny that either. But our brother Sage, he brought up a wonderful point that these people, they will come here and they will actually let you know that they came to what? Gain some higher learning. One thing that they will not let you know is that they came to get higher learning and be around higher people. Because if you're coming to our country to gain or get any type of higher learning, especially when we already have that information, then that would suggest that we are the higher people that have that learning already, and you come to learn from us. So my point is this: when you guys get here, keep your damn mouth closed and learn something. Stop trying to tell us what we are, who we are, what we don't know, our history and all this other stuff. You were taught the history by the same colonists that you sit here and talk to us about by saying you're using colonist rhetoric by saying that you're native. We ain't never said we were native. We said we were Aboriginal. We were here before any native. But yet you take that and say that that's a Nabisco talking point. You guys need to really learn that, god dang it, we ain't got to say we know more than you. We show it. And with that, I'll land, family.
Every day, all day, family. You know, it wouldn't be the church, man. You know what I'm saying? If it wasn't Sunday, brother. So you do your thing. All right, Killer Kyle, it's on you.
Hey, good evening, fellas, man. My first time chiming in, man. I just started to follow you, and I'm enjoying what I'm hearing. But let's just go ahead and just let's get something straight with the Barack Obama thing. When Michelle Obama didn't show up to the Trump inauguration, she wasn't on board with the bullshit. So we have to let that little black fairy tale fallacy go that Barack did what he was, chosen to do. And let's just go ahead and let that shit go, because right now we have bigger fish to fry, and it seems like he's not on board. So we have to understand that everybody that looked like us is not with us. But I say to you that, and everybody that's listening, I was aware of Charlie Kirk, but and I'm quite sure a lot of y'all are aware of Candace Owens. Are y'all really aware of Nick Fuentes? Ben Shapiro? There's a lot of ground grassroots hate organizations that are out there. And I'm going to tell you, people didn't know, and I still think people don't know how powerful that Charlie Kirk was. Charlie Kirk was so powerful that he had his organization in 850 colleges and universities. So when he's spewing his hate, he's telling these people that do not trust black anything. He took Michelle Obama, I'm a chopper per name, but Ketanji Brown, the Supreme Court, and he was basically saying that these women are not intelligent. So when he has 850 in colleges and universities, and these are 18 to 22-year-olds, these are the people that's going to affect your kids and your grandkids. This dude was very powerful, man. And I think that we're not like really understanding it. So what I'm asking is, we have a network right now. I'm quite sure there's a lot of people that are listening to me right now. I'm checking in from Houston, Texas. I'm 53 years old. I may not be the most articulate person, but I can make my point. My point is this. What are we going to do collectively to come together? Because it's obvious that we're sitting out on a lot of shit that we're seeing. But how does that help us collectively when you tell me that black has so many, trillions of dollars of spending power, but I don't see that like matriculating in our communities? What are we going to do besides talking? Because I'm ready to go to work. I'm ready to do something different. And I just really need us to come together besides talking. And after we talk and it's over with, then it's like, where's the action?
I know you said you're new here. I know you said that you're new here. So do you think we haven't been producing any action? Because if you are new here, you wouldn't know and you wouldn't recognize progress. So when you say collectively and when we going to get together, or are you talking about foundational Black Americans, or are you talking about Black people globally? That's what I want to know first.
I'm talking about foundational Black American talking.
Okay. And what are you doing to take the first steps of what you're saying? You tired of talking?
No, I got a phone call. I'm sorry. What I'm saying is...
No, I know what you're saying. I'm asking questions. So what are you doing? Because you said you tired of talking. So what are the first steps you've been taking to make examples of maybe people in your community or people that you are around to get this thing popping? What are you doing?
One thing that I've always done is I've been a youth football coach since 19 years old. And I've been in the heart of the hood. If anybody know anything about Houston, Texas, Homestead and Tidwell is the heart of the hood on the northeast side of Houston. And I jumped off in there head first, not even knowing what the hell I was doing back in 1991. And I've been doing it. So
what is that doing for our spending power? Because that's what you were talking about. You said, what are we doing? What are we doing for our spending power? What does that do?
I don't have the answer. That's why I'm here and I'm asking the question. What are we going to do? I don't have the answer.
But you said that we're just talking. Do you think that that's all we've been doing with no action?
No. I didn't say we're just talking. I'm not pointing a finger of what we're not doing. I just want to be educated on what we're going to do. Like I said, I'm new here. And if what we're going to do, I'm on board with it. So I'm not here to point fingers and saying that we're not doing enough. I just want to be on board to say, okay, what is the next step and what is the next plan? And I'm on board.
Okay.
So educate me on what I need to do.
Okay.
Because I have no idea. I don't know where to turn, where to go. But I'm here, I'm listening, I love what I hear, but I'm like, okay, so what do we do next? So as I continue to listen and follow people in this community, I just want to be able to know what I can do, and I can bring it back to my community and spread it to my family and my extended family and my friends and friends. So look, I'm just here to learn. I'm not here to point no fingers.
Okay, well, continue to sit back and learn since you're new here, okay? So who's the next speaker, Twizzle?
Wait, before we get to Twizzle, can I address some things that he said real quick, please? It'll be as quick as possible.
Hey, Church, I kind of want to piggyback off what you was talking about, but I'll let you go, though, bro.
I appreciate you, my brother, because I want to make this very clear to a lot of people. The brother, and this isn't a slight towards you. I know that you're new here, but I'm about to educate you, all right? Because you came out and you said a lot of these people have all these different grassroots organizations. None of these people are grassroots. That's one. That's the first thing you need to understand. Charlie Kirk was funded by billionaires. He comes from a very wealthy family. Okay. So his father set him up with the first billionaire that actually started Turning Point USA with him. When you look at people like Ben Shapiro, he's funded by a billionaire. The only person that you can name right now that isn't really funded by a billionaire is Nick Fuentes and Candace Owens, because they're lower tiers to them. So Nick Fuentes isn't even really a white dude. He's really Latino. He's a white Latino, but he's Latino nonetheless. He's from Colombia. Right. He's only been here since he was 2. So of course, he's gone too hard for the billionaires to want to put money behind him because he went balls to the wall. So with Charlie Kirk, what they did was they trained Charlie Kirk in order to spew out these anti-black talking points, but mask it within educational speak and intellect speak. Even though he was wrong, he was lying in every situation. That's what he was taught to do. And that's why a lot of people, they have trouble combating his talking points because they thinking that he's coming from an intellectual standpoint when he's not. It's still racism. So none of these people at all are grassroots. So just know they get amplified in everything they do. And here's another thing. If you don't listen to Professor Black Truth, you need to go and listen to him as well, because he explains this and breaks this down very, very simple. Like, this is why these people are boosted in the algorithm, because Simi Valley and I'm forgetting all these tech people, they are racist in themselves. And the people who fund these tech people are racist in themselves. Look at Elon Musk. He's funded by the United States of America. He gets subsidies in order to keep his businesses going. He don't make anything on his own. You get what I'm saying? So when we're talking about this, we have to understand we live in a system where white supremacy rewards mediocrity. And when they find somebody who can push their talking points, then they fund that mediocrity, and then they program the algorithm in order to boost them in that algorithm. So that's the first thing that we have to address on that. Okay.
So let me ask you this question right quick, and I'm learning, and I'm being as humble as possible. But you say he's not grassroots. I get that. But what I'm saying is he was in 850 colleges and universities.
That's not really hard to do when you have billions of dollars behind you.
Well, Charlie Kirk is a first-year college dropout that started at a very young age. So
Charlie Kirk's father used to work for Donald Trump back in the day. He was an architecture.
He did not start off with billions of dollars. He started out. Charlie Kirk's father and mother were already wealthy before he even went to any type of community college, before he sent in his application to the college that he didn't get into. So he came out of no. Let me finish. Charlie Kirk grew up in a 5-bedroom mansion, sir. Okay, so you cannot tell me that the man did not have any money. I'm educated on this. That's fine, and I acquiesce on this. Where's our Charlie Kirk?
My brother, respectfully, my brother, you're new here, my brother. I think you need to just listen. You really don't have too much to contribute because you're new here. I really think you need to just fall back.
I already knew what the energy was when he came in. Yeah. That's why I had to step in.
Yes, respectfully, my brother, respectfully. You said you're 53 years old, right?
Questions.
Okay, so you said that you wanted to learn. I shouldn't have had to mute everyone so he could speak. Let him speak. That's what dialogue is, and then we'll allow you to speak because you said you want to learn. You're new over here, so trying to teach us something about Charlie Kirk or get us to side with your thoughts of Charlie Kirk or how you feel about it, it's not gonna happen. So we're trying to teach you something, how it works over here, and then we will allow you to speak. Go ahead, Twizzle.
Before you go, Twizzle, Natural, check your DM real quick, and then let me add this. There ain't no our version of Charlie Kirk. I don't want that, and we ain't having that. But let's continue. Check your DM, my sister. Go ahead, Twizzle.
I apologize to the room. I didn't mean to break the room etiquette. You know what I'm saying? But I didn't want Church and the other brother to go back and forth into an argument because it really didn't have to go there. To a certain degree, Church was trying to give the brother some game. And the brother said he was 53 years old. I'm 51. And one thing about it, at that age, you should have the experience and knowledge to know you sit back and fall back. You sit back, fall back, keep game, check game, catch up on game so you can spit some game. You know what I'm saying? You just can't walk into a new room, people you don't know talking about, hey, my name is Charlie. Hey, you know what I mean? You looking hella out of pocket, especially in a foundational Black American room where our antennas is raised like some bunny ears. You know, we're not new to this. And if you said you've been here, you should recognize on who you're talking to. As the old saying goes, read the room. You know what I'm saying? Nobody trying to get on you, brother, or being disrespectful. But what I'm just saying is, at your age, show your maturity. Fall back and listen. Just sit back and listen because you're new here. You don't know nobody in here. Nobody can vouch for you, speak for you, or anything. So just kick back and listen and just catch on game because Rome wasn't built overnight and you ain't going to be able to read a book in a day. Just take your time and be patient and know who's talking and recognize who's talking and do your homework because I'm a real nigga from the streets. That's what realness do. Realness sit back and listen. And I want to say this, and I'm going to drop my mic here. I want to give a shout out to the young rapper, rest in peace, Young Dolph, because he said a verse in this song, Preach, that I think a lot of men need to follow when he said, the same nigga that you break your neck for will be the same nigga that cross you up and wet you up. You know, real bosses don't talk. They sit back and listen. I drop my mic and I give it to Black Alpha.
Okay, I muted because I'm going to allow Killa to answer and respond. Now, Killa, I do have a question and also respond to my question along to respond into what Twizzle said. We want to know, are you a Democrat? Because you was big up in Katanji and that's how we know you're new over here. So are you a Democrat? Because to me, your energy was off, and that's why I came at you the way I did, because we're going to slow walk this down and understand why your energy, the way your energy came. And when we going to stop talking and I'm ready to do this, and you talking about you a coach and spending power has nothing to do with nothing. So I want to know if you a Democrat, because you was bigging up Ketanji Brown, which you really need to sit and listen. If you're bigging up her in our space, you really need to sit down and listen and learn. So if you can answer that question, also, if you want to respond to Twizzle, I'm going to go on mute and you can come off mute.
Okay. I mentioned her when I said how Charlie Kirk was talking about Black women. I never bigged up Ketanji at all. I was saying what Charlie Kirk had said about Black women. And so I never said anything positive about Ketanji at all. Like I said, look, I come here.
Are you a Democrat? That's the other question you didn't answer. Okay.
No, I'm not a registered anything. And when I vote, I really love to vote locally. And you know, when it's time to vote, you know, for presidency, like that shit don't do anything for me. I vote a lot locally with my state politics and my you know, my county politics. So no, I don't consider myself a Democrat at all.
I have one more question for you. One more question. Sorry, Twizzle. So, because you said that you 53 years old.
Yes, I am.
So besides helping the youth in your area, what have you been doing for Black empowerment? Or you just now finding out about reparations? Like, what else have you been doing?
No, I just feel like that I do things in my community. Like where I grew up at, I grew up in Northeast Houston. And so when I finished high school, that's what I immediately went back to. So I was in the heart of, you know, the, as you want to say, the hood. And we're taking young kids and we're trying to introduce them with the help of my former high school coaches that was giving us equipment, and we were just trying to mentor these young guys. And I didn't know what I was doing at the time, but I just knew that I loved football. But as I continued to grow and I went from 19 to 29 to 39 years old, I feel, you know, I knew my impact. And so when I'm seeing these guys going to college, some went to college, some went to get jobs or whatever, and I would see them and they would be like, "Hey, what's up, Coach Cal? Whoop the whoop," and telling me stories that I totally forgot. That was my impact on my community. That's all I could do because that's all I knew.
So are you at a point at 53 years old that you're saying that now, because you were saying that you're tired of the talking and what we're going to do next? So are you at a point in your life now that you feel that you should be doing more?
I want to do more. That's why I asked the question. I didn't come in. If my energy came in negative, I apologize.
I'm just asking questions because we're learning from you and you're learning from us. I'm just asking because you've been doing that a lot of years, and you came in saying, "Okay, well, what are we gonna do next? I'm tired of the talking." So you've been doing that in your community for a lot of years. So are you just at a point in life now that you're like you want to do more?
Here's what upsets me in my hood and the side of town that I'm on. Every time that I'm seeing a gas station built or a corner store built or a commercial property built, we don't own it. And I'm like, what are we going to do? Like, we have politicians, our politician, I don't know, like y'all seen her on TV and she just passed away. Sheila Jackson Lee and Sylvester Turner, I knew both of them. They was in the Acres Home Multipurpose Center. I knew both of them, but I just feel like that it wasn't enough opportunities for business owners for us to own these businesses that was popping up that was owned by Indians and Arabs. So
do you know why that is, sir?
I don't know.
Because Sheila Jackson Lee wasn't one of us. Sheila Jackson Lee was an immigrant who looked out for other immigrants. That's why every time I saw Sheila Jackson Lee, I held her feet to the fire about doing something for foundational Black Americans.
I mentioned two people. I mentioned
Sylvester Turner. Sylvester Turner wasn't really on code like that. See, this is the thing that we have to understand something. And you're new here. So you're really going to have to understand, because we already understand this. All skin folk ain't kinfolk. These people have played in our faces as long as Sheila Jackson Lee. You lived in Houston for how long now, sir?
Born and raised.
Born and raised in Houston. How long was Sheila Jackson Lee a career politician?
Yeah, it's about as long as Mickey Leland and Sylvester Turner and
Right. So the question would have to be, why didn't she do anything?
But I named more than one person. You named the Tether, but I'm telling you, it's not
just okay. It doesn't just equate to the Tether. Sylvester, he didn't do anything either. Why didn't he do anything?
Bro, we can go down the line. I'm just saying that in my community, we still have businesses, commercial businesses opening up. Seems like every 6 months, it's a gas station, a corner store.
That's all across the country, dude. That's all across the country.
We don't own the communities.
We don't own it. This is not only in Houston, bro.
Exactly. We don't own it. So when you're saying, I'm seeing all of these businesses popping up in our communities, 9 times out of 10 is because of the fact it's not our communities. We don't have a say. And when we do have a say, hold on.
When I say, what are we going to do? That's the question that I'm asking. Because we see it as this. I'm in Houston. This is not only happening in Houston. This is happening all over the United States. So what are we going to do? Like, I want to be able to, bro, if we're going to elect somebody, I'm not a Democrat, I'm not a Republican, but what are we going to do to get these businesses that we can regenerate the dollars in our community? Because we're not doing it right now.
The first thing that we have to do is spread awareness. And that's what we've been doing for a while. And it's the reason why the Democratic Party did not get into office in the last election, because we have been doing what we're supposed to do. We have been calling out the politicians who come to the community and does nothing for our communities. That's what we've been doing. And if you've been noticing, a lot of them have been crashing the hell out, losing seats, falling to the wayside, all of these things. My grandfather used to tell me everything in its own time. So it's step by step. You take care of one situation first, and then you turn your attention to another situation and take care of that. When you're saying, or when you're asking, what's the next step? What do we do? You're trying to move ahead of the crowd. Right now, what we're doing is very important, because literally you're seeing the whole system crash out off of everything that we're doing, or in your words, not doing. Us saying no and sitting things out is more powerful than getting out there and banging on their doors, whether you know it or not. So the next thing that's going to end up happening is people are going to start coming to us hat in hand, excuse me. And that's when you make demands. But you have to show them that you cannot be played with in order to be able to be in the position to make demands in the first place. If they see you as a lick, guess what? It's just like with crime. When a criminal sees somebody that looks like a lick, they're going to rob them. They're going to put in that work because you're an easy target. When you show that you're not an easy target, they know there's some work that has to be done. So when you're saying, what do we do? What do we do? I would suggest to you to continue doing what you're doing on a grassroots level, okay? And then when you find somewhere else that you can fit in, that'll help push this vehicle forward, move in that direction. Have you thought about running for a city council? Since you don't like people putting businesses in the community, the people that control that is people who sit on the city council. So maybe that's your next step. Do you get what I'm saying?
I get what you're saying. I'm here to learn, bro.
Yeah, and I understand that.
I'm
me.
here to learn. I'm not here to argue. I'm listening to everything that you're saying. So.
And don't take it as I'm arguing with you, please, because it's not. It's just a passionate man having a conversation with another passionate man.
I mean,
but,
black people are passionate, so I get it. I don't take it personal. So I don't want nobody to think that what I'm saying, I talk very animated and it can come off wrong. It's always come off wrong. That's probably why I've been married 3 times. But my thing is, I feel passionate about my people. And so I'm just really waiting to see something like transpire with us. Like, right.
Okay, I just cut you off there because I do want to get to other hands because Miss Stacy been holding her hand up, and then EJ. But I do want to say this to you because you don't even realize that you just said it again, that you really want to see us. We are moving. We are moving the needle. And the reason why you don't know, which I'm questioning, I feel some type of way, like you're 53 years old, like what type of people are you hanging around? Because you're saying that you got all this compassion for your black people. And I know you say you've been, dealing with the youth in your community, but you've been snobbing elbows with Sheila Jackson Lee. You knew them, but you didn't go ask them, what could you do? What type of people do you know? So do you not know anyone in the grassroots that you're new here and you don't know because what's understood don't need to be explained. We don't have to be on this app saying every next move that we're making. But the fact that you don't know and you're 53 years old, what type of people do you network with? What type of people are you around that this is new to you and that you don't even know that we've been moving the needle, that you don't even know that everything going on around us is because of us. So when you say that I'm just wanting to see us get to, well, what do you think that we're doing out here? So the fact that you don't know, are you under a rock, or you don't hang out with, or you are not associated with other Black Americans? That's my only thought, that you're not associated with Black Americans, that you don't even know what we're doing at 53 years old. That's what troubles me, that you're saying I'm new here. Okay, you could be new here, but the fact that you don't know what's going on in grassroots community, and you don't know that we have moved the needle, that you don't know that delineation has crashed this whole operation down. The fact that you don't know that, who are you associated with as a Black American? Who are you associated with that you don't know that we running this shit? That's what I have a question for. So you could answer or respond if you want, but the next person is Miss Stacy.
I'll make it very short.
Thank you.
You misquoted me 2 times. Yeah, you telling me I'm hobnobbing with Sheila Jackson Lee. I said I've met her, and I said I know her. I'm not in the circle with her. And so when you ask me who do I know or whatever, his name is Jarvis Johnson. And so I've been knowing him for a while.
What is Jarvis doing? We don't know Jarvis. What is Jarvis doing that you're so clueless to what we're doing?
No. You're throwing these words around like I'm clueless. Like I'm not. Look. I'm gonna step back for a second because the way that you're coming at me is like I'm here to be like an agitator. I'm not an agitator. I am not an agitator. I'm not here, and it's like you misquoted me 2 times.
No, I didn't. I'm a very good listener because what you name dropped them for? You talking about I know her, and I was being sarcastic. And again, that's how we know. That's how we know that you haven't been over here because I was being sarcastic when I said you're rubbing elbows, but you didn't have no problem dropping their names. So you're dropping names of politicians that you knew, and you still over here talking about you clueless of what should go on forward, or we're not doing this and that, and you dropping the name Jarvis. We don't know who Jarvis is. And obviously Jarvis is nobody because y'all ain't done nothing in the community. Because you're over here saying, what are we doing? I'm tired of talking. So obviously Jarvis is nobody.
You know, we is more than one person, sister. So Jarvis can only do so much. So I mean,
so one person, and you know all these politicians, and you've been in the community, and for a 53-year-old that's been in the community with youth, and you haven't networked outside of just Jarvis, whoever this Jarvis person is. I'm not trying to get aggressive with you, but I'm just trying to tell you when you come over here, because you come over here and you saying that you clueless, but you have a lot of things to say, but you're not really trying to learn. We're trying to tell you what it is over here. I don't know who Jarvis is, but we're just trying to get to know you, and we're trying to let you know who we are and how we operate over here.
All I ever did when I came over here was ask questions. I didn't come over here and push no agenda.
You doing a little too much talking, brother. We said a long time ago you need to fall back and listen. But my question is this: if you knew, how did you come across these spaces? If you're new, how did you come across Black Alpha Space?
First of all, I went on when it says spaces. And then I was looking at just scrolling down. And I was like, okay, this, because normally I'm on, like Tariqa do a late night space. I listen to him. I listen to Uncle Luke. Like, I just listen to certain things.
Oh, boy. Miss Stacy, go ahead and talk, Miss Stacy. I'm about to mute everybody. Go ahead, Miss Stacy, and then go ahead, EJ. Go ahead.
You had the room muted, but Miss Stacy can go ladies first. He took me off when he said they gap too Jarvis. So, I still got
cooking mouth.
Go ahead, Miss Stacy.
Okay, I'm sorry. And so I don't know if you heard me. I was saying I just love how you be checking folks. And it's so funny because I hear when you spot something, and I be spotting the same thing. I'm like, something don't sound right. And of course, I had to write some stuff down because I wanted to make sure I didn't forget anything. I don't trust nobody who comes into the room who haven't listened first and just starts speaking. Like me, like I told you guys earlier, I've listened on YouTube. I've been listening for a while. I've been wanting to come in. I finally found this space. So I don't just jump in and not know what's going on and then just start saying stuff. And then, and it sounds familiar. You know how sometimes he sounds like them Nabiscos when they come in and they go, oh, I'm just like, when you hear him in Tariq's space, I'm just trying to learn. I just need to know it. And then they come off saying stuff. And then they start telling you, well, don't mute me. Stop muting me. And trying to tell a person how to run their room. And then they want to interrupt you when you're trying to teach them something. So, I mean, we obviously got 2 ears and 1 mouth, 2 ears to listen, 1 mouth to speak, but you got to wait. You got to, make sure you take in the information first, because guess what? Sometimes if you wait a while, they'll give you the answer. Stacey, you want to know what we do.
And I don't mean to interrupt, and I'm gonna let you go back and speak, because normally I go up and down people's timeline, but I'm very good with people, and that's why he got what I was giving him. So again, he says he going to Tariq's space. He looked like a Haitian from his profile. But again, you saying you knew here, and the reason why you came in here says you knew here because you're not following anyone here. And the reason why you knew to come to this space, and I didn't say you was over here for an agenda, but you made sure that you just said that. But you're not us. You're not us. And then you talking about you listen to Luke. You're not us. That's why you use that. That's why you use that. That's why you use the excuse of I'm new here. You're not going to talk over me. That's why you use the excuse that I'm new here. You listen to Luke. I just seen your whole profile. You're not following not one person here. And if you go and you listen to Tariq, even if you're new on Spaces, you at least following between 1 to 5 people within this same circle. You say you listen to Tariq and you not following nobody over here. And I just seen your little tether face. And that's why you came over here and you said, oh, I ain't coming over here with no agenda. That's why your talk was off, because it threw my spirit off. And I just wanted to say that. I'm gonna let you go ahead and speak, Ms. Stacy, but I'm normally not wrong about people. Go ahead.
Yeah, he told on himself. I was going to say, you know, what we are doing, they keep telling me, what are you doing? What are you doing? We standing on our square. We FBA. We standing on our square. We united with being FBAs. And we ain't going nowhere. And we're not moving. Exactly. He ain't one. And then he did kind of have a Freudian slip because he said black people. So his answers are evasive. Y'all, you know, even Church had to ask him something a couple times. He didn't come out. You asked him something. He didn't come right out and just answer the question first. And then to talk about us not owning businesses. Dude, you do know that our businesses get sabotaged every time we have something. Anytime we try to have something, they don't make it easy for us to own business. And you think we haven't tried? Are you serious? I'm in California. I'm up north in California, and I've seen the businesses that people try to have, and then they get sabotaged or they get taken down, and then they turn around and they let some foreigner come and put up a business. Matter of fact, listening to Dewan B, I'm from LA, but I haven't been there in years, but I love my family that still lives out there, the brothers that I listen to. I think Churches say, I think you from LA too. And then Dewan B, I listen to him all the time. And he talked about there was that one, I think, neighborhood where black people got together. I think he said they were asking for like 115 million for the space or for something. Black folks got together and raised 100. I think he said it was like 120 million. So they raised more than what was being asking for. And what them fools do, they gave it to a Russian for less than what they were asking for. Now think about that bullshit that the powers that be, that they do to us. They keep sabotaging, but we don't give up. We still keep trying because we know eventually we know eventually we're gonna be on top. We taking over this shit. So if you ain't one of us, obviously. You're not from here. You talking about you listening to Luke, and so you're basically a spy. You being a hater. You want us to sit there and lay out what our plan is for what? So you can
You will not interrupt her, Tether, because you have been exposed, and I am the Tether Detector, and I knew who you was, and that's why you was getting that energy. Yeah, and somebody had already sent me a picture of you, Tether. That's why you saying, well, what are y'all doing? And she's absolutely right. You want us to lay down our plan. And like I said, you come in here, and the reason why you use Tariq, because you know most of us in this space follow him, but you ain't following out not even one person in here. You Tether. You're not going to interrupt her. If you interrupt her again, I'm going to drop you down.
Don't trust me to sell out Jarvis job.
Go ahead, Miss Stacy.
Thank you, my sister. I'm going to go ahead and land it soon. But yeah, I just had to say that because it's like they always want to come in here, nothing but a spy. He want to come in here and see what our plan is so they can help sabotage it. And I think it was you that said before, the only reason why he want to come in here now, because he just now learning. How you going to be 53? Twizzle say he 51. Hey, I'm 52. So, I mean, yeah, I might be just learning some stuff I've already known in Reparations, but I just kind of always sat back, laid back, and just listen and try to learn. I've always had it in my heart. I'm like, we earned this. We deserve this. We are owed this. And even before it got pushed so hard, the movement is going the way it is now. Even before, when they used to talk about it, when Obama first got into office, and it's weird how that kind of got quieted and got shut down. But always in my heart, I always felt like, but I want it. We want our reparations. We deserve that. We earned that. And one of these days, justice is going to be served. Because they not gonna be holding on to their power much longer, and I can feel it in my soul. Like we got this, y'all, and we gonna stick together, FBA family, and we got to get the rest of these fools the hell up out of here. And I'm gonna go ahead and land right there.
Go ahead, Church, and then back to Twizzle, because Twizzle or Dr. No. Go ahead, Church.
Yeah, my sister, Natural, come on. Yeah, this is like the 15th time We let them talk and they expose
Tag
themselves.
team, full Nelson, figure four, okay, black eye, uppercut. Yeah, I like to slow walk them down. I already knew what it was. That's why when they come and they like, oh, I'm not coming in here. They come with the low tone. We don't care nothing about your tone because somebody could cuss you out at the same tone. They don't have to raise their voice. I'm not coming in here with no agenda and I'm just asking questions. Yeah, Tether, I already got a picture of you, Tether. Yeah.
So here's what I wanted to say real quick, because my sister Natural picked that up real quick, because I picked up the same thing. The first thing you said, you listened to Tariq, but then you went on to say that you also listened to Lizard Luke. That right there showed me exactly what your thinking and mindset is. Because if you listen to Tariq's spaces, you said he normally hosts the spaces. That means you normally listen to Tariq in those spaces. So that should mean that you should not only understand what we're talking about, but you should be a king to what we're talking about. What you just did was expose the fact that you listen, but you don't listen. You hear, you don't listen. And then you go and you turn on Lizard Luke and you really listen to him. When you ask us, what are we doing and all this other stuff, my brother Ro, shout out to Ro City. Ro asks a very interesting question, and it's very simple. And he wants to know, you say you vote locally. Why aren't you holding your local politicians accountable? That's where you have the most power. Why aren't you doing that? If you feel like we're not doing enough, that would be another step up in order to do something different than what you were already doing. That would be moving the needle forward, one would say. And I 100% agree with him on that. It would literally take just an act of you going to, and I'm in Houston too. I ain't never heard of no Jarvis anything. Only Jarvis I ever heard of is god dang Iron Man's AI. To be honest,
he just gonna blur some random, supposedly probably thought a black American name. Jarvis. Who the hell is Jarvis?
No, what it was he didn't know that he game goofy. He game goofy. He don't know that we up on our.
Google his name, bro. Google his name.
Hold up. Wait a minute. Let's certify Rock real quick. My sister Natural, I got a question for you, beloved. I got a great question. There's a picture of this individual. What's he wearing in that picture, my sister?
Let me tell y'all what this fool wearing. He got a green, yellow, and red headband for Jamaica with a red. This Lord have mercy.
Talk your talk, sister. Talk your talk.
I don't even have to see them. And this is the man. And I don't even think you work with the youth. Looking at him, I couldn't even imagine any parent letting him work with their youth. This is a straight up Jamaican, y'all. A straight up Jamaican wanting to know what we got planned. What you got planned. That's why you couldn't make nothing move. You 53 years old and you new here. Yeah, you got exposed and I knew who you were. I don't know why you coming at me like this, sister. That's why. Because y'all coming here and you lie. And you're going to get caught. Go tell the others. The Tether detector is in the building.
Red, gold, green, y'all. Now, family, as certified foundational Black Americans, is that our colors, y'all? Do we run around here with them colors? Them are real Jamaican. Them is real Haitian. Them is real Pan-African. But it ain't foundational. So what's done in the dark will come to light, and everything's going to be all right. EJ, go ahead, my brother.
I don't know, man, about this dude, so I'm not really gonna go into him like that because naturally Tora already, put it all out there for him. So, hopefully he can just, sit back and listen once you come amongst new people in spaces because, most of the time we get tethers, trolls. I haven't seen any, Crush Club Crickers come up here because, we'll be giving them the business like the Alabama boat brawl. Black chairs will be everywhere. They'll get folded up. So, these undercover tethers, they have to, stay far away from us because, we be dual willing, for Breeze to get some of the stench and funk out of the, situation. Once he said Uncle Luke, I almost fell out on my bed, man. I don't know if I needed to get some extra pliers to make sure that his teeth are straight or less crooked than they already are. But yeah, man, Luke is a fucking coon, and I'm just gonna say that. And I'm sorry for saying the F bomb, but yeah, Luke don't get no love and support
Well,
over here.
Luke is
That
Caribbean,
dude
just
is,
like Killer. Killer Caribbean, and so is Luke. That's why he followed that tether.
yeah, I guess birds of a feather flock together. But yeah, that dude done lost his respect a long time ago out here on these streets. He's not black grassroots, and he don't even take care of his kids. So I can't respect no Caribbean dude that don't take care of his damn kids. Where the fraternity rates in these Caribbean countries are at an all-time high. So they need as many fathers in their environment as they can, because they dealing with a lot of stuff, let alone the Chinese telling them what to do in Jamaica, or the French in Haiti telling them to get down and lay down. And if you are of not our lineage and you come from a Caribbean island, I do definitely want to know where you're from and what are you using as your 53 years on this earth to help your people if you are undercover foreigner. But with that being said, I'm going to land my plane and let somebody else speak.
Go ahead, Dr. No.
Thank you very much. I was taking a nap, and I somehow woke up and came to this space, and I am so glad and thankful I did, because I know Jarvis Johnson. I'm from Houston, Texas. I'm from Fifth Ward. The dude is a goddamn sellout. First of all, when he was a city councilman, they caught him riding through Fifth Ward late one night with some goddamn prostitutes. After then, the boy just sold out. Fifth Ward got gentrified. Do not trust this guy. Do not trust this nigga that come in y'all space today. He know what's going on, but he testing the waters. I think he like one of them Reverend Damien type dudes. They all hang with the same circles. So I'm glad that I came to this space. Law moves in mysterious ways. And people think they be slick. They think people forgot. They try to ease in. I'm from Fifth Ward. When it came gentrifying Fifth Ward, this man here buying me a city councilman, he had inside information that he did not give to the people in Fifth Ward. He come to the meeting, he got silent. We had this historic school in Fifth Ward. It was Phyllis Wheeler. They changed to E.O. Smith. And they were talking about tearing the school down. And the people in the neighborhood, we wanted to save the school. They knew about it. Jarvis Johnson. They came to Fifth Ward on a Sunday morning and busted a big old hole in the goddamn school and left. The quiet national they had to tear it down. But he knew all about that shit. They were picking up funds, trying to say, and he knew that it was not savable. He knew it was a done deal. But he didn't come to the people and tell us nothing. So just like this nigga right here trying to come in and lie about what he don't know, this nigga he know. Just don't trust this goddamn ass. And I'm glad that I was here to let y'all know, because all the suspicions y'all had about him is true. So again, thank you. I'm gonna thank the Lord for waking me out of my sleep to come to his space.
You spreading some mucking lies that don't.
You was another.
Whoa.
Who was that?
That's them two. That's between Killer and Dr. No. That's Texas on Texas.
Hey, that was about to get hot right there, boy. That was about to get going. Much respect, fam, but I got to keep it clean. But our brother Dr. No came in dropping them receipts. But listen, family, I've been getting a lot of DMs and a lot of requests, man. And I'm a man of the people. You know what I'm saying? I'm the people's champ, number one activist. So I got to serve the people. There's something that we do over on the Black Alpha Network, and they understand what we about to do. So anytime somebody comes around us and we start getting them vibes, you know what I'm saying, to hit that button, you know what I'm saying, and ring that alarm. My brother Church know what I'm talking about. When we got to hit that alarm, y'all, whenever somebody comes around and
Hit it.
Here we go. Tether alert.
I want to give a
Yeah,
shout out to
trick on
Natural
somebody
because
at
I
night.
sure want to ask him his lineage and did he do his lineage. But Natural, she picked up on it too because we some certified tether hunters. But I just want to get this spill off and I'll drop my mic. And shout out to my brother, Dr. No, because I want to give the mic to him because he's Houston's finest. But one thing for sure, two things for certain. He threw me off when he said Luther. And hey, church, I disagree with you on one thing. I disagree with you on one thing, Church. We don't call him Lizard Mouth. We call him Crooked Mouth. His last name is Campbell, and Campbell means crooked mouth, one who talks sideways and he's not be trusted. I had a few conversations with him, and I got at him, and I called him Crooked Mouth, and I can't last 10 seconds in the space because he runs from me. But I want to give a shout out to Natural because she picked up on what I was about to ask him next. Like, Nick, have you done your lineage? You said you was born here, but was your parents born here or were your grandparents born here? Because I could say that. I go back to the 1850s. It's like a lot of other people in here who can go past the 1861 census. So that's why we was picking up on game on you. And game recognized game. What Natural said, I picked up on too. When you said black and you said the hood. Come on, I'm from the streets and I don't say no shit like that. You understand me? That's what outsiders say and the Democratic shields and the motherfucker want to be white people say. So you have to be careful what you sit around people like us because we pick up on shit and our antennas raise up like it was Cat Williams telling us we had green eyes, paid attention on shit. You got us fucked up on shit here and you fucked up the game when you said you was new and you're not listening, but you're trying to dictate and argue with our people here, especially our sisters. This is one thing that would get you ripped up like a pit bull because we don't play with our sisters trying to be harassed by men. I don't go for that. You know what I'm saying? And I don't respect that. So one thing for sure, two things for certain. Your best bet, if you want to be here, you better apologize to everybody in the room. If not, you better fall them back and we gonna move on because we got bigger and better things to talk about instead of a mucker who tried to come in as an infiltrator, as a Caribbean, a mother Democratic shield, or a Charlie Kirk sympathizer. I'll let my plane.
And I'm going to let Gerard go after whoever was just about to speak. But this is what I want to say to you and all the other tethers. And what made you a tether is because you came in here lying about your lineage. I don't know why y'all think that y'all can't come in our spaces and just deal straight up, but y'all so used to lying and scamming, y'all can't just come and dialogue with us straight up. We will dialogue with you. I don't know where y'all get this notion, oh, if you don't say you FBA, they ain't gonna talk to you. That is a lie, because y'all have in y'all mind, we a militia. Y'all have in y'all mind, we a group. No, we are a lineage. Come in here straight up and deal with us. Stop coming in here lying about your lineage, because we know. We know. I'm telling you, we know. And if nobody else in here know, I know. Stop doing it. We don't have a problem having respect, because you're all going to come in here and you're going to go back and tell your Tether family and friends that, oh, all they do is gang up on you. And that's not the case. You get ganged up on because you come in here lying. Stop lying. Come into space, learn, sit back. If you have something to add, then add it. But don't come in here trying to tell us how we should move and what we're not doing enough of, and you're not even of our lineage. Y'all come in here to lie about being of their lineage, so it gives you some type of vibe, because, see, you was low-key dissing us the entire time by saying we ain't doing nothing, but you just framed it a different way because you were trying to act like you were us. But y'all always expose yourselves. That's why they always say there's no such thing as a perfect crime. I don't care how you tethers think, y'all study us, listen, you're going to get exposed, because spiritually, us foundational Black Americans, we link spiritually, so we know each other. We know each other. So you're never going to get by. I don't care how many studies, videos, how y'all teaching each other online, how to be foundational Black Americans. You're going to get exposed. So you might as well come in here and be honest, or you're going to get ganged on. You're going to get the Royal Rumble every time. Go ahead.
Well, hold on. Let me jump in real quick. Let me say this real quick, family. First off, y'all see the title, you know what I'm saying? And I love in these spaces to allow my brothers and sisters to cook and to sit back and relax and enjoy the show. And I swear on everything I love, I literally have popcorn, y'all. If y'all don't believe me that I got popcorn, right here is my damn microwave. Okay? I'm in here getting popcorn, watching my brothers and sisters cook. But listen to this, and I put this on the dub. You already know it was op time when you slid into space and you saying what we doing, and you got the #1 activist in the motherfucking world in this space, hosting this space, okay? You dealing with me, Black Alpha. We not talking about 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We talking about #1. I'm the #1 activist on this planet. Not a mother breathing had the year that I had last year, and they're not having the year that I'm having this year. So you don't know nothing about Black American activism if you don't know me or know my resume. My resume has been on the table for everybody to see. I done showed everybody how I gets down and gets busy. You talking about Charlie Kirk, but you ain't talking about Black Alpha. Fuck Charlie Kirk. You talking about Black Alpha. And I get busy. Where you want to go with this? You want to talk on the vice president? Did it 3 times. You want to talk about crime? Been there, done that. Who you want to talk about? FBI? Seen them. Hello. You want to talk about the Secret Service? 10 times last year? Seen them. Hello. You want to talk about the ATF? Seen them. Hello. What we want to talk about, the biggest reparations rally in American history, where I'm 2 blocks from the White House and I called Barack Obama a hoe on stage and told my brothers and sisters to continue to turn up and there'd be no USA without FBA, did that. Not to mention every single week bringing up my brothers and sisters and elevating new voices. So fam, I'm done with hearing these people talk about the black community, but you ain't out here seeing these black activists that's putting in work. And you dealing with the #1 right here. And I know some brothers and sisters who rocking right now, who putting it down as well, who doing their damn thing, because it ain't just about me. It's about all of us together. We ride together and we shine together. And like we told that old guy a few weeks ago, shout out to my sister Natural. Okay, she put him in the full Nelson figure 4 leg lock, and I believe there might even been a stone cold stunner in there. All right, we told him, if this generation and this era is not moving you, then you don't have a pulse. You ain't got no pulse, because we moving fast, family. I said in Washington, D.C. at the Rally for Reparations, cameras was rolling. Go ahead, FBAstreaming.com. Shout out to my brother Tariq. Y'all go ahead and check it out. I told everybody, don't let nobody tell you what we needs to do. You doing exactly what the hell you doing already, and just turn up the volume. I said it on stage and people still come around us and tell us what we need to do. Do y'all know people were saying what we needs to do better during the civil rights era? Do y'all know people were saying what we needs to do with Nat Turner and they was revolting? There's always a what's we needs to do, nigga, no matter what you doing in real time. Let me tell you what we doing in real time. Reparations. Presidents is ducking us because they don't want to talk about it. Okay. Lineage. All the Africans and the Jamaicans, probably your people, is going home and they hiding. Let me put it all on the line. Let's talk about delineation, separation, regulation. Notice how all of us formed up real quick because regulators mount up. Shout out to Nate Dogg, Warren G. We done all got on the same page. We weren't DMing each other in the background. We just spiritually connected and realized an outsider when we seen them. So that's delineation, that's reparation, that's G-checking, that's foundational Black American tangibles, benefits, and resources, hate crime protections, in which I've been there in real life. I don't know why I got to keep telling these goddamn people. It ain't something fun, but let me tell you, when you do it, you'll really carry it with you for the rest of your life. It ain't sweet to see people who got unalived by a supremacist, and then you got to have the thoughts of these people every day for the rest of your life, and then to hear somebody say, well, what we gonna do? We gonna do exactly what the hell we been doing, and we gonna take it even further, and we gonna go even stronger with it, and the heat gonna get increased even further. So yes, you talking about the real deal when you talking about foundational Black Americans. You talking about the real deal when you talk about certified Black society. It's a room full of a bunch of certifieds, whole room full of certifieds. And let me tell you something. I'm also going to drop this, and I'm going to have a gang more of certifieds by the thousands who going to know what it is. And we connect from East Coast to West Coast, down South, and everything in between. But let me tell you what we don't connect with. We don't connect with Two Live Kuna Luke. So if you come around here talking about some damn Luke, or you talking about some outsiders, or you talking about some tap dancers, or some Democratic shields, and by the way, I don't really accept that answer. Well, I vote locally. You probably vote Democrat locally, don't you? Because we know what Democratic shield rhetoric look like, and we know what it sounds like. I don't see that energy, and I don't see that smoke on riding for these people. And when you ask us in a room full of a bunch of certifieds, where's our Charlie Kirk? That is blasphemy. Ain't no damn Charlie Kirk from Foundation Black Americans. Family, imagine if I came to y'all and said, where's our KKK? Where's our supremacists? Where's our Bungaloo boys? We ain't got none, because we're exceptional. We're fashionable. We're strong. We certified. We excellent. We exceptional. We ain't on none of that damn time. So don't come in here talking about where's our version of supremacy. There ain't no damn version of supremacy. It's only foundational Black American brothers and sisters standing on foundational Black American business, doing it as one and running every single op out the way. And I said that because I meant that, and I'm the #1 activist, and that's the way it goes.
Now,
Go ahead, Gerard.
Now, what happened is when my brother Twizzle had sniped at him, and he didn't get it, because, you know, he say he from Houston. Don't nobody say they from Houston. You ain't say nothing about the 5th Ward, but you're in the street. Sir, this is the Coliseum. I keep telling you people, when you come to the Coliseum, bring your best, please. This is not a place to play games with. Don't play games over here. You supposed to be a black man and you say you're from Houston? No, sir. You ain't said nothing about the street. Do you know about MLK? His name on the sign. We got our name on the sign. That's our pride. We say the street we from. I don't say I'm from New York. I say I'm from Long Island, Amityville Horror. What you talk about, sir? You don't know us. See, because if you're going to try to beat us, you need to do better. When you come over here, stop playing games with us. You tried to look at our things and you didn't find nothing nasty about Charlie Kirk, because we real black over here. We ain't talking about him. I posted about him and it was about God, because just like Brother Church down there, he was a man of faith, and that's what I put, and I left it alone. You see, we don't have on our page laughing and dancing about it. No, that's not what we do. We do real work. And let me tell you how you messed up, see, because I got my name on the sign at NASA. You said you were from Houston, but you don't know about the Black Tech Convention that's going on now, and they already got 2026, because that's how well it does, and we already go into 2027, and you're asking us what we're doing in Houston. What we're doing in Houston, we got a black vineyard. I posted it in a purple pill for you, sir. We got a black vineyard. I'm gonna say it one more time. It's black land owned by a black family, and we're growing grapes in Houston. When she gets the bottles out in 5 years, it's gonna be black owned bottles, black owned land, and a black owned business. Stop coming in our rooms trying to play us. I'm not playing with your people no more.
You're gonna let him speak. And just some housekeeping, because some of you think that you're going to come in here and request and your page is protected. No, it doesn't work that way. If you think that you're going to come in here and speak and your page is blocked, don't even request. Just go ahead and go back down to the bottom where you were. Go ahead.
And sir, I'm going to try to land, because I think that the fire people need to come over there, because you're already barbecued. I'm going to let you know something, sir. This is the Coliseum. When you come into space and see more than 50 of us gathered, it's a Coliseum. Bring your best. Tell all your people when you go back, hey, I failed. We need to do better. Now, if you want to know some questions and you got some answers, I need you to go to my page. As soon as you get on my Black American page, you will see a Black American woman with Mississippi blood talking about reparations. That's the first thing you're gonna see on my page. Then when you scroll down, you're gonna see all the places you can go and find out about black people, since you want to know so bad what we're doing, sir. Please, when you come, I'm gonna say this one more time, because I need all the people listening, I need all the people hiding. When you come to these spaces with 50 or more of us, it's the Coliseum. Do better trying to beat us. We are no longer at the bottom. We are no longer losing. They want to beat us. I tell you now, I'm not like these other people, because you see, like I tell people, I don't care. You understand? I don't get my money from them. They can't cancel me. I get my money from my ancestors. I do work on the ground. I'm already on the ground, so you can go tell whoever you want to about Gerard, because I'm already on the street. So what I can say something different than some of these people. Now, the next time you come in here, stop disrespecting black women, because that is never accepted in any of our spaces. And when elders talk to you, shut your mouth and sit down and listen, because they done been on this earth longer than you. Do you understand, sir? Because you didn't listen to Twizzle when he said, shut your mouth. He know you the feds. Up and listen. And you didn't listen to the sister when she told you she know you an immigrant. Shut your mouth and sit down. So I'm telling you that I know you're fake. I know you're not. Shut your damn mouth and sit the hell down somewhere. And I land. I hope everybody in here has a beautiful Black day, and don't let them defeat you. They do not bring their best because they don't know us. They don't have a connection to God, like I said before, and I'll land.
I'm gonna keep the hands going, and I know the next person was Church, and then it'll go back to EJ. But I am hollering, just listen and learn. Just be quiet and read the room. They never do. Then I already knew he was a tether, and I told him just sit back and listen and learn. You knew here, and he just kept talking and talking, and I'm like, okay, all right, I'm about to body slam you. I mean, because we told you to read the room and you didn't, but it was a learning lesson. I see that you're still here, but come in here genuine. Don't come in here lying amongst us, because we know, tell your tether friends too. So the next person was Black Truth United. Go ahead.
Hey, salute family. Salute Brother Black Alpha, Sister Naturally Torah, Brother EJ. Definitely these tethers are defending Charlie Kirk because they want to be Charlie Kirk. You had a whole entire compilation of people claiming that they're now Charlie Kirk and now they're going to bring, about his legacy. They care about him so much. I mean, you have weak, pathetic tethers who come over here. A lot of them, I know we talk about the so-called dominant society talks about the 2%, the quote unquote 2% who own slaves. That statistic is wildly false. 20% of people own slaves in the South, and they're counting, Black numbers, and it's a whole mess. But there were a lot of wannabe slave owners back then, people who were poor, dusty, dirty, and they would participate in our oppression. They would be a part of the slave catching class. They would link up with industry. Sometimes they would rent slaves, even though they didn't own them. So they were collaborators. But a lot of times we don't talk about how the tether class, there were slave traders, but there were also wannabe slave traders. And I think that's what we're dealing with a lot of times when we're talking about tethers. You have wannabe slave traders who may be dusty and dirty themselves, but just the thought of being over us, just the thought of trading us in for a couple of broken mirrors and some fake pearls, gets them excited. So when they hear the supremacist talking points, like what Charlie Kirk would spew all the time, they're thinking, hey, that's who I want to be, and that's who I want to exemplify. So it's very revealing when a person says, I am Charlie Kirk, and all this nonsense, when we know exactly what Charlie Kirk stood for. And, he got what was coming to him. So I'm going to land there. Peace to the room.
I just wanted to say, Black Truth, they see Charlie Kirk as their real life Jesus Christ. That's why. They literally see him as a real life, and they feel like Jesus Christ has been again. That's why. But I do see that, because EJ, you was next, but Killer, you had your hand up. Did you want to respond to everything that we said? Because we would really love for you to come back up. If not, the next person is EJ. You had your hand up, then you put it down. Do you want to speak?
I really would, because here's the thing. I came here, I came here respectfully, but I have a lot of guys that I'm on a group chat page with, and they will tell you, if you look in the spaces right now, we have Pastor, Dr. Barrett, Terrell, LFEO, J. Chrome, Commissioner, Trev, Dean. Like, these guys know who I am. Look, my thing is, I can send you my background to let you know that I am not a Tether. That's number one. Number two, I went to a family reunion back in 2022, 2023, and had.
We don't rock red, gold, and green, sir, and you Jamaican down. So here's the thing, which you Tethers don't realize. We don't care that you're from somewhere else. We don't need your paperwork or whatever this is and your little family reunion you went to. Y'all done studied that too, because we said Tethers don't have family reunions. Listen, we're not even gonna go back. You don't have to show us no proof. It doesn't matter if you're from somewhere else. We respect people that respect us. We just say don't come in here lying. We don't know none of these people, the names that you drop in, so they don't have no credibility amongst us. So we care less about these names you drop in. They can't show us nothing. We don't want to see your little fake paperwork. We just want you to come in here genuine. So did you have anything else to add or any other responses to the conversation besides that?
I end with this. Like, I mean, regardless of what I say, it's going to be debunked. So that's cool. I just came here to listen or whatever. So if y'all think I'm Jamaican or Haitian or whatever you want to think I am, a Tether, that's cool. That's what you think? That's cool. Like, I deal with it. So I just fall back and let
you're dealing with it because that's what it is. Y'all always come in and try to act like the victim. Oh, I didn't do anything wrong. We're just telling you to have respect when you come amongst us. And listen,
and not only that, the brothers,
you're gonna deal with it because that's what it is. That's just what it is.
Don't know you. The brothers from Houston say they don't know you. Brothers in Houston say they don't know you. You don't represent Houston.
That dude don't represent me. But
that's my brother, man. And he's from Houston, and he's been there. He said you don't rep that, man.
Hey,
he said that you support the people that's about you support the people that regentrify Fifth Ward, bro. So how could you be about this, bro?
Wait a second. That's a great point, Twizzle. Hold on real quick, Killer, because Twizzle just made a great point, and shout out to Dr. No for even bringing up what he knows about the Jarvis Johnson dude, because before he came up and said anything about Jarvis Johnson, you was telling me to Google Jarvis Johnson because I never heard of the dude. So I Googled him. You know what I found on Google? The fact that he used to be one of your the fact that he used to be one of your Houston city council members. So you're bringing up Jarvis Johnson, but also you're bringing up all these different businesses that's put inside of the neighborhoods that you don't like, but yet you're not going to Jarvis and telling him that you don't like them. You don't like those businesses being put in your neighborhood, and he's one of the people responsible for putting businesses in your neighborhood. So no, we're not trusting that. You know what else we're not trusting? Shout out to my sister, Miss Stacy, who sent me this picture right here. My brother, you look like Predator. Your forehead starts way behind your ears, my brother. We are not trusting the hairline in this situation.
Shout out Miss Stacy for the receipt.
We're not playing this game. And then I'm going to land with this, and I'm going to let someone else touch on the situation. Pause. My brother, you have a picture of Cynthia Erivo playing quote unquote on your goddamn thing. So we cannot have a conversation about you being grassroots because we definitely know that you are not grassroots.
It's so.
Say it ain't so.
I say it ain't so.
You got Cynthia Erivo?
That's why he naming all these imaginary people we don't know about. Call Tyrone. Yeah, Brian and them. No, we don't know these damn people. Listen, we already know that you're a Tether. And you got Cynthia Erivo on your page. Listen, well, I've been new long time ago. The bottom line is, this is why you guys get treated like this. Not because we're some hate group. It's because you come in here lying. And then not only do you come in here lying, you come in a space and you disrespect because Miss Stacy was talking. You talked over her. You talked over Twizzle. And we originally let you come in and speak. And you was talking over everybody. And that is a telltale sign that you're not us, because all of you do it. All of you are rude. All of you come in our spaces and interrupt and talk over us when you don't want us to expose you. So I'm going to go ahead and let the next person that was supposed to speak, it goes to EJ because he was waiting, and then it's going to go back to Twizzle.
Lord. Y'all took me out when y'all said some damn Cynthia Erivo. Brother, I don't know what type of women you like, but that's the last person you should ever have on your damn profile, let alone be thinking about in real life. Now I could have seen if it was Rihanna or something, because she could pop out babies like in any millisecond, but ain't nobody trying to wipe up no
But
Cynthia
Cynthia
Erivo.
Erivo, the
But
claymation, oh,
yeah. This is not what a real Black American brother should be having on his profile picture, let alone be thinking about in any situation while you're asleep. So I don't know what type of women you like, brother, but to each his own. I can't really say nothing like crazy because naturally Torah been slinging us up like it's the Friday the 13th movie, and hopefully she'll just leave the rest of the family some, but it might not be none left over. But we gotta watch out for people who come into these spaces because they come in trying to be friends, then next thing you know, they just pivot, just like that old guy that was in Black Apple Space a couple of weeks ago. I wish I was in here because I wanted to give him the business, and he had Pan African colors too. He had the green, black, and red colors on his damn profile picture. Then next thing you know, you see a picture of this dude with these colors. We don't rock those colors, man. They was already trying to do that with our Juneteenth colors, and they've been doing that ever since Juneteenth has been started. And I had to tell these people at my damn job, because I work at a university, that those are the wrong colors, and we don't rock with those colors like that because they're falsifying our history and trying to put the Black American heritage flag colors with Pan-Africanism, and we definitely don't rock with that. So I don't have no problem with you being alleged, foreigner, but folks just got to come in here and just be real about their lineage and their background, and don't be breaking up this like Uncle Luke, whose teeth look like he got dynamite blowing up through them. That's why they so crooked. And you can't be bringing up big forehead individuals like Ketanji Brown Jackson, who's been getting stuck and been getting choo-choo track trains ran across her forehead by Mr. Charlie. You can't be bringing up people like that because we don't respect those people in the Black grassroots. These people are traitors, and these tethers that are amongst us in this space, trying to talk crazy in the comment section. The Speedy Gonzalez dude down there, El Ferio, I put something up there here in the Jumbotron talking about you trying to say that this dude is not black enough. He already proved that he might not be that, allegedly. So, once y'all come up in here, y'all got to put y'all paperwork and show that y'all going to be on point and be on code, because we're going to be on our P's and Q's, and we're going to show y'all that y'all are not us, and we're going to put y'all in y'all place. If you come from a foreign background, be proud of your people and see if you can fix the shit that's going on in y'all countries, man. Because once y'all come to America, it's a whole nother beast. Because, like Charlie Kirk is just going to throw y'all away in the trash can and get a new toy to play with. So, for y'all sympathizers out here trying to say that we need another Charlie Kirk amongst our people in our community, that is the last monkey that we need. And we need to be paying homage to people who are already here and people who are no longer here within the foundational Black American community. They have paved the way for our people. So, you got to watch out for that come up in these spaces, talking real crazy. So, I'm going to land my plane once again. And I really don't have nothing to say to that dude. And I'm just going to leave it at that because, Doctor know more about, dudes in this city. And I ain't never been outside of the state of Georgia. So, I'm just dealing with, individuals getting snatched up by ICE down here in the great state of Georgia. So, I'm going to just land my plane.
We go rock, family. Let me just let everybody know, that we got Texas in the building like heavily, okay? Dr. No, okay? We got my brother Church, okay? The brother I'm about to let speak here in a second, my brother Rose City. Texas is really, really represented in the house tonight. So when we do these roll calls over here on the Black Alpha Network, family, we always make sure that we got every region, we got every city, we got every town, all the zip codes. So can't nobody just slide in and start trying to talk like they're the representative, because somebody gonna stand up and be like, no, the hell you ain't. I'm from here. Remember, y'all, we ain't fly here. We reside here. We ain't flew here. We grew here. All right. We ain't come here. We from here. So we know some different faces. And shout out to all my brothers and sisters listening. I told y'all about these mops, man. I told y'all about these melanated other people. All right. You got dusty mops. You got rusty mops. You got raggedy mops. You got dingy mops. These is mops. So I want all my brothers and sisters that are going to listen to this or listening to this right now, y'all tell me what type of mop this guy is. Okay, is this a dusty mop, y'all? Or is this a rusty mop? All right, is this I can't get
a musty mop? Musty mop.
That's a musty mop. My sister Natural put the card on the table. She said that's a musty mop. Somebody else may say, you know what I'm saying, this is a dingy, I can't get a girl, never had a girl mop. We don't know. A big 4-head, a 5-head mop. Fam, there's a lot of mops, and I want my brothers and sisters to let me know what type of mop this is. Because remember, y'all, where you see a tether, you see a mop. And where you see a mop, you see a tether. And that's just what it is. But since Texas is in the building and in the mother place, let me send this to my brother that I met personally in Dallas, Texas, and in the building right now, my brother Rose City. Shout out to my good brother. Go ahead, family.
Yo, can y'all hear me?
Yes, indeed.
Yes,
brother.
indeed. Yes, indeed.
All right, I've been at work listening to this, man, and I just wanted to come in and put my little 2 cents in, and I appreciate y'all for holding on like that. All right, first up, we're talking about these tethers that want to, jump in and have us cry for a saltine that's doing a little SOS, salt on salt crime. You know what I'm saying? They want us to cry and whimper and want to be, I guess you want to say, sympathetic towards them. But this same dude that was never sympathetic towards our people. He ain't never shown no empathy, and he had the audacity to try to talk about Dr. King, and then he's going to turn around and say, okay, we're going to compare him to Dr. King. The hell you are. The hell you are. If you do, you're going to get that work, and we're going to make sure you get that work. Because we don't play that mess, man. You don't just disrespect our people like that and then think we're going to be all cool with it and let y'all rock out like that. Nah, we don't roll that way. Now, the tellers will sit back and cry and boo-hoo because, they like salt on their jollof. They like a little salt with their foo-foo. They like a little salt, so they try to grow their hairline back. They put salt on their forehead so their hairline will grow back a little bit. You dig what I'm saying? So they get that salt and they boo-hoo and they cry for that salt so they can get a little more of it in their life. You dig what I'm saying? They got all that stuff that ain't working for them, Now we got this dude here that's in Houston. Now, Alpha did say something true. I'm in D-Town, you know what I'm saying? I'm in Dallas, but I'm from Louisiana, and it ain't hard for me to just literally sit there and pick out, and know when I see some BS and I hear some BS, I'm trying to be, I don't want to, your mama them tell you when you're a kid, put your hands over your ear when I say this. So I'm going to say this right here. You kids, put your hands over your ear right now. I need to get this dude that work, you dig? This mother from H-Town talking about he from H-Town and he named a dude that didn't nobody in H-Town hear or know about. My man Dr. No said something about it. I know church there, and if church ain't heard about it, there's some real shit ain't popping. You dig what I'm saying? So he ain't really peeped the room like he did. And the sister, she hit it right on the head. And I was hitting Alpha at church up in the back channel. Just everything y'all said, I was hitting them with right before y'all was saying it. So it tells you how much we on a link together. It tells you how much we know each other. You know what I'm saying? Even though we might not even know each other. You dig what I'm saying? Since we've been doing the delineation, and I know y'all feeling this because I feel it. We've been doing this delineation, man. My spirit been different, my energy been different, everything else been different. We've been rocking out together. You dig what I'm saying? I ain't gotta say, Alpha already said it. You know what I'm saying? Alpha ain't gotta say because I already said it. EJ ain't gotta crack a joke because it's already in my head, and I know he's finna say it. You dig what I'm saying? So it's like we already on this page, man. Since we told them foreigners and all these tethers and all these get out our hands, get out our way, don't come around here, man. We've been on a whole new level, dog. And it just feel like a weight lifted off us. You dig what I'm saying? So I'm proud of this. I'm proud of this movement. I want to keep it going. I'm going to keep it pushing. I tell everybody that I know, hey, man, I ain't no African American. You dig? My mom and my dad ain't never told me that. My grandma told me I ain't from Africa. I don't know nobody from Africa. My daddy told me that. My daddy's daddy told him that. And he was born in 1893. So that tell me my family go back far, you dig? So I don't have to sit here and say this to y'all because y'all already know this. You know what I'm saying? Certain things you say when you come into a room, dude, first thing you say, your mama, if you from our lineage, your mama and daddy told you this when you walk into a room. First you greet somebody, then you sit down and shut the fuck up. Excuse my French, but you come into a room, you don't say nothing. You sit there, you listen, and you learn. You don't know nothing, you shut your mouth up and learn something. Buddy didn't understand that part. And I guess he thought he was coming in here trying to, hey, man, I'm going to get y'all to sway a little bit with me and feel a little sympathetic about this. Dude, when you said Luke, you messed your whole life up. You messed your whole life up. You dig what I'm saying? Don't bring Luke up around us. Don't bring up, and I got a funny feeling that your ass listen to Roland Martin. You dig what I'm saying? I got a real funny feeling to Roland Martin. You dig what I'm saying? You from Houston?
You stupid
now, the OGs from Houston don't listen to that mother, but I guarantee you listen to them, because you just sat there and said you 53 years old, but you don't know shit about what's going on in the grassroots. Bro, you listen to Roland Martin. You listen to Roland Martin.
Bro, name me a side of town on H-Town that I know.
Fifth Ward, our homeboy live in the Fifth Ward. He took me to Timmy Chang when I got to that. Don't tell me nothing. I've been to Timmy Chang down there. I got one of my techs out there out of Houston. You heard what I'm saying? Don't know. You talking about the hoods you from. Dude, you from the hoods, but you ain't there to goddamn improve the hoods. You sitting there talking about you a coach, but the first thing came out your mouth was like, what the plan is. Dude, you a coach. You ain't never told your team, the opposing team, what your game plan is. Did you ever tell them your game plan, homeboy? You sit there and talk about you listening to Tariq? You a fucking lie. You don't, because Tariq, Professor Black Truth, and goddamn Jason Black done said it before. Don't you ever, and this is part of the art of war, baby. Don't you ever tell your opponent what the fuck you doing. And you sitting up here coming in here asking us, what's the plan? What's the plan? Bruh, if you was listening and you was down with Grassroots, you know the plan. You ain't got to ask that question. I'm going to give you a little literature to go read. Not even all this shit. Just go read one or two of his books. Just pick them up. Go look up Dr. Claude Anderson. Look up Dr. Claude Anderson and read it. That'll tell you what the goddamn plan is. You know what I'm saying? Powernomics. Please go get it. That'll help your ass understand what's going on here. Until you read that book, don't bring your back in no FBA room. Stay your ass over there in your little tether country with your goddamn hat on, you fucking bumper-clad bastard, and get your mind-clad up out of here. You dig what I'm saying? And I'm out. I got to go get ready for my vacation.
That wasn't no mic drop. That was a bomb. That was a mic bomb.
He learned about Fifth Ward one more
Hey,
He learned about the Fifth Ward again.
Let me just say this.
Hey, I put the word out that we have a tether from Houston here disrespecting Texas, so Texas finna be running up in this. You asked out right now, man. Hey, we got Texas in the house, man. We're gonna have to make room for Texas, man. If y'all need me to drop down, I will. But Texas, they got something to say to this, man.
Okay, so I brought him back. Let's let him respond, and then I'll let the next speaker. So go ahead. Let's hear what you got to say.
Okay, I didn't come here to call nobody out of their name. So if that's the route that, people want to go, that's cool. Like I said, if you don't think I'm from...
Listen, you did that the last time. Stop being a victim. Y'all always come here. I don't want to fight. I didn't come in here to hurt nobody feelings or whatever. We didn't like the way you came in here lying. Now you want to respond? Go ahead and respond, please.
If you don't think I'm from H-Town, name a side of H-Town, anything about Houston that I don't know. Born and raised, been here since 72. So to say that I'm a tether by the way that
the Fifth Ward, they done said it to you twice, boy. The Fifth Ward.
You
talk about the Fifth Ward. Go ahead.
So you talk
about the Fifth Ward. Go ahead.
And not only that, the DMs from the Fifth Ward said they don't know you and they don't fuck with you, bro.
Bro, you talking about Fifth Ward and Timmy Chance? Anybody know Timmy Chance is
Texas is in here, dude, and we trying to bring people in here, and they say they don't. You won't speak on this.
Where is Fifth Ward, Timmy Chance? This dude said Fifth Ward and Timmy Chance.
On Lockwood Drive, on Lockwood and 610. On Lockwood and 610.
Okay.
On Lockwood and 610.
So what's the original Timmy Chance, bro?
You tell me. He said Timmy Chance. He said about the original.
What's the original?
They got Timmy Chance in Fifth Ward.
No, what's the original? So don't tell me.
He wasn't talking about the original.
Let him respond, because it's too much traffic, so let him respond. Go ahead, Ella, because you probably been Googling the whole time. We've been going back and forth. Go ahead and respond. He just asked you a question.
I don't have to Google nothing. Tell me anything about any side of town in Houston.
The Fifth Ward. You can't Google it. The Fifth Ward.
Bro,
that's the part you
what
can't
are you talking
Google.
about, bro?
Go ahead. Grunk ain't gonna help you. Go ahead. Go ahead.
About Liberty Road, Lounge.
Stop Grunk and talk about it. Let's go.
Bro, you talking about Liberty Road, you're talking about Cross Timbers, you're talking about
Get
the
off
Coke
Google and
apartments.
Gronk and talk about the
He
Fifth
looking
Ward.
at the Google
Fifth
map.
Ward.
He been asking you a question. Answer the question.
So the Coke Apartments is on
Nah, he
Google
can't
Maps.
Google search it. It's yahoo.com.
The Coke Apartments is on Google Maps. Are you telling me that? Like, what are y'all talking about?
You supposed to know the Fifth Ward. I ain't gonna help you. Go on ahead.
No, bro.
Go ahead, sir.
You mentioned
Okay,
Timmy
real
Chance
quick,
and Fifth
real
Ward,
quick.
and
Hold
they
on, real quick.
All right, Quest,
Tell
go
us
ahead, bro.
something about the Fifth Ward that's not on Google Maps.
I mean, you got Liberty Road, you got Lawns Avenue, bro. You have the whole Jensen Drive, which my auntie stayed over there.
And you said that you grew up there your whole life?
No, I never said I grew up. See, y'all be misconstruing.
No, hold on.
No.
You just said you was born and raised.
You said you was born and raised. We listen. We listen. You said you was born and raised. We not doing that. That's what I mean about that lying. You said I was born and raised. Yes, you did.
You were outside with a couple of guys. You was outside with a couple of guys.
I said born and raised in H-Town. I'm from Homestead.
You did not say no H-Town. Why would you say H-Town if that's not what they're not?
No, I didn't say nothing about no Fifth Ward. I said I'm born and raised in H-Town. I'm from the H.
Well, all right, well, what Homestead are you from? Because in 1972, a Homestead used to be like a white neighborhood. So where a Homestead were you saying?
Homestead and Tidwell, bro. You want to talk about Crofton Apartments? You want to talk about Swiss Village? You want to talk about Haverstock? You want to talk about Lakewood? You want to talk about Trinity Garden?
You said you're there in 72. You naming some Johnny Come Lately stuff.
No, I'm telling Johnny Come Lately.
That's Google Maps.
Where was Club Gucci at? Where was Club Gucci?
Oh, you talking about Ray Barnett?
I say Club. I ain't talking about no Ray Barnett. I said, where was Club Gucci?
No, I'm telling you who owned Club Gucci's.
Where was it?
On Homestead, right next to Kmart.
Hello, are you part of the rainbow community? Because you keep saying you want to talk about grown men. Are you part of the Skittles community? I'm just asking. I ain't saying nothing wrong with it. Just asking. Okay, that's a yes. Go ahead and finish responding. Okay, go ahead.
Family, we gotta address this. Can I just say how I know that you're not of the lineage? It's a very simple task right here. It's like a very simple test.
And he's disrespecting Texas.
Exactly, my brother. Good point. There's another test that we have here. It's a very simple test. The fact that you are sensitive to being roasted, that right there shows me that you are not foundational Black American. We've been doing this. Even if it is incorrect, we're going to roast. You having an issue in the way that you're bringing yourself. You're bringing yourself forward with this whole, well, y'all keep on saying the wrong things. Y'all keep misquoting me instead of roasting back or even coming like, okay, you can believe that, but let me tell you this.
I don't have time for that back.
You don't have time for it.
If you was 53 years old, you would have the experience in this, bro.
Exactly.
You would have the experience in this. You would know how to. But this is our culture, though.
Twizzle.
This is Black American culture.
Real quick.
Go ahead.
Real quick, my brother. I know we're here, LA to LA, all the way up to Oakland. We know what's going on here. Because here's the thing. If you listen to Tariq's Spaces all the time, then you should be able to know that this is what we do all the time. We roast. Even if you're a Black American, you get roasted. If you're an immigrant, you get roasted. If you're a Nabisco, you get roasted. We roast. The fact that you become so sensitive and then your only words is, oh, well, I don't have the time for this. That's not the time that we're on. We stay on time. We ain't never late when it comes to roasting.
I'm not going to match that energy. Like, I'm not going to roast nobody.
Okay, here's the thing. You said, I'm not going to match that energy. What energy? Foundational Black American energy?
No, I'm not.
You can't match something that you're not.
I am not.
He don't got that Fifth Ward energy.
You can't match something that you're
I'm from
not,
Homestead
sir.
and Tidwell, bro.
And here's another thing. Okay, you keep.
Dude,
Okay,
you said Fifth Ward. You said Fifth Ward, bro.
He said it at the top of his. He said it with all of his might.
First, he said
he was saying Fifth Ward until Dr. No came in here and roasted him. When Dr. No came in, he stopped saying Fifth Ward because he didn't expect someone to know what the Fifth Ward is.
And that's why I asked you that question, my friend. I brought that right back up. And then you tried to change it up after people from the area came in and said, hell no, who the hell is this guy? So that's why I reiterated the question. That's why I asked you again. But I really didn't need to ask you again because, like I said, one of the telltale signs of a tether is the sensitivity to being roasted. That's one. And then also, you coming around here with your hairline starting in the back of your ears. You're looking like the predator when you come around trying to talk to us. And this isn't a dig towards you, brother. I want to make sure you understand this.
Bro.
It is not a dig towards you. Look.
Go ahead. Go ahead, bro.
I know it's cool because if you knew, hold on. If you knew,
don't try, killer. Every 53-year-old ain't got no receipt. Listen, y'all, my vacation started today.
I'm over here in tears right now.
Look,
where's the barbershop in Fifth Ward you go to? Please tell me, sir.
That's a good question. No, you're absolutely right. And this is the thing.
Hey, bro.
This is the thing. Real quick, killer. Hold on. Let me finish real quick, please. Let me land because I'm landing right now. The wheels are coming out of the plane and I'm looking at the ground. I'm pulling up. Give me 1 second, okay?
Go ahead, bro.
Because here's the thing. Here's the thing. Like I said, there are several people who are Texas certified. Dr. No is Texas certified.
100.
My brother Roe.
100.
My brother
Texas
Roe.
certified.
My brother Roe is Texas certified.
What the hell is Texas certified? What
Texas certified means that we look. We don't even have to have this conversation. The sensitivity
down in the Fifth Ward. Fifth Ward. That's where you get your certification from.
Okay, hold on. Hold on.
He sounded guilty right now.
Killer, you sounded like somebody who's
sounded
trying to protect
guilty.
You can be in Houston, and guess who else is in Houston? Guess who claimed to be Houstonian? Roly-poly Martin. Big back ass. So while you're sitting here telling us, I'm in Houston, I'm from Houston, I'm this, I'm that, Roly-poly Martin says the same damn thing. And he turns around and get on his platform and downgrade, disrespect, and denigrate foundational Black Americans in order to get a leg up in the political system. And you brought up Jarvis Johnson, someone who is a career Democrat who is also an entrepreneur, so he should understand the importance of having Black businesses within a Black community, and he still voted against it. So everything that you're saying right now is looking to me as a person who's trying their hardest to say things, but not back it up with the actions of the people that he represents. So what you're saying to me seems frivolous, and it doesn't just seem frivolous to me. Everybody in the room is saying the same damn thing, and I'm pretty sure the next Texan that we pull up will say the exact same thing.
Wait, give me one moment, y'all, because I want to give a opportunity to speak. So go ahead and respond, because I'm very curious on what I have to say. Go ahead. Everybody, let him speak, because I want to hear what he has to say. So I want to hear what Philip is saying, but there are some people I guess still want to address the situation. So, no harm, no foul, but this is how we run things over here. And you have to go through a vetting process, which you failed, but it's all good. We're going to teach you how to engage with us. Go ahead, Dr. No.
Okay. First, to the guy killer. First, I want to say this here first, man, so you kind of get an idea. I've been in Fifth Ward since 1962. I stayed right there off of Lowndes Avenue and Brinkhurst. My grandparents came to Houston in 1924 from Louisiana. So I'm from Houston, Texas. And then not only that, my grandparents stayed in Fifth Ward, but My mom and dad, matter of fact, in 1965, we stayed on Laura Copper and Homestead right there along them tracks. So that was when it was a white neighborhood. So I'm from the area. So I'm sitting to say this here. When I was telling you about my experiences with those people that you call yourself dealing with, you said I was a damn liar. I want you to tell me, how am I lying? They did arrest Jarvis. They did arrest Jarvis. Wait a minute.
So, Killer, you cannot interrupt. Please allow him to finish.
Okay, when I said that they arrested Jarvis Johnson on Liberty Road about 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning with a prostitute in his car, how am I lying? When I said that they were instrumental in gentrifying Fifth Ward, because I went to the meetings, man. They talking about getting all these high rises. They getting paid off that shit. I'm at the meeting. I'm saying, hey man, we need businesses in Fifth Ward. People need jobs. I got some people that was catching a bus had to catch 2 or 3 damn buses, riding 4 or 5 hours a day, back and forth to work, and you got Brian and Wood right there down the street. We need jobs out here. Oh, we're gonna bring the problems because people want to feel comfortable walking through Fifth Ward. I said, what? I've been out there all my life. What people are you talking about? After the meeting, the woman who groomed Jarvis Johnson, Cheryl Galloway, she come after the meeting. I'm out there talking to Alvin Bird, Eric Portier. I'm out there talking with them guys. I don't know if Jarvis might be just hanging out there too. The woman came up and pinched me and said, hey, look, we don't have time for that in these meetings. We are trying to get in and out. I said, ma'am, I'm trying to get the neighborhood some things that I think that we need. Her quote to me was, them niggas in Fifth Ward don't want nothing. I said, ma'am, I'm from Fifth Ward, born and raised. You from Fifth Ward too. You don't want nothing? The lady stormed off. So she groomed Jarvis Johnson. Jarvis Johnson got that damn city councilman. Next thing you know, they got arrested over there on goddamn Liberty Road with some goddamn prostitutes. The man has always been kind of shady to me in the first goddamn place. So when you come in here and bringing these names up, you don't even know who you with, man. That maybe you might be ignorant to these people, or maybe you might know. But the thing of it is, when people like you come in places, it's always like me around that know the goddamn truth. And then, so when I was saying what I'm saying, you said I was lying. So I want to know how was I lying?
I never called him a lie. I don't know where he got that from. That's all I'm gonna say before I get cut off again. I never called him a lie, bro. Never called him a lie. Like if I
well, it is a recorded space. You can go back and check it now.
Yeah. You absolutely did call him a lie when he actually brought out the information. Hold on, because you said you didn't do something, and I'm about to show you where you did. When our brother came up and he started talking about Jarvis Johnson and the fact that he was caught with a prostitute, your words were you were a lie. You did yell that out.
Oh my God.
Okay.
Boy,
and we're not the only people here that heard that, family.
It's a recorded space. Be careful for what you ask for, because you just might get it.
I don't have.
Well, okay, wait a minute now. We just gonna take that out. After I'm telling you about what's going on, what are your views now on Jarvis Johnson? You still think he's a A-OK guy? You still think he's working for the neighborhood?
Bro, all I told you was a person that I know. That's all I said. I said he is a guy that's in government. And when I said what we're going to do, I was just telling you.
The same way you brought up Sheila Jackson Lee and Sylvester as people know.
I'm just.
Right. You dropped Jarvis' name because when I said, what type of people are you affiliated with that you know at 53 years old that you don't know what's going on in Grassroots? And you dropped Jarvis' name, but now you trying to act like you just dropped his name because what? Like, we have been listening.
All I dropped his name as a person that I know. Just like, okay, you from Fifth Ward. You know Derek Muhammad? Derek Muhammad went to Forest Brook with me. Jarvis Johnson is a
Forrest Brook was on Fifth Ward. Well, I went to Phyllis Wheatley, E.O. Smith,
what does that
S.A.
mean?
Pleasant, all schools located in Fifth Ward. Forrest Brook is not Fifth Ward.
I never said I was from Fifth Ward. Go listen to the space, bro. I said I'm from Homestead and Titwell.
You brought up Muhammad. So I'm just saying, like, I mean,
Derek Muhammad.
Well, Derek, excuse my Fifth Ward dialect.
Derek Muhammad. Just to correct you, you didn't say you were just from Homestead and whatever. You said I am Houston through and through.
Yes.
Born and raised.
Did he not say that?
Born and raised in 1972. And he did say Fifth Ward. He did bring up Fifth Ward because Fifth Ward was his credibility and his receipt. You did bring that up, bro. Go ahead.
You say you was born in 72. Do you know Albert Joe? Stay on South Hall? God, brother ain't stinking.
I don't even know who the hell it is, bro.
That's off a goddamn Homestead. You don't know. I mean, you're not from the damn hood, man.
Bro,
you would know this guy.
Look, I was born in Northwood Manor, raised in Fontaine, and moved to Trinity Garden. So you figure that out. I'm from Homestead, bro.
I'm
so
saying,
you were
like,
segregated? You were segregated? You didn't get out? You didn't network?
What
That's just
I'm telling you, I'm from Fifth Ward, man, but I went to South Park. I went to Fourth Ward. I'm from Houston, Texas, man. I'm going all over Houston. Wherever some women's at, that's where I'm going.
Hold on, family, real quick. Have you guys noticed that he went from representing Houston through and through to now his Homestead and Tidwell?
Homestead.
I have to specify exactly where I'm from.
He said the H.
Homestead about 4 or 5 miles from Fifth Ward, man. It's not far.
No.
Hey, you talking about backtracking? You know what I mean?
Okay, here's the thing. A tether would not know a specific side of the hood. So when we talk about
on Google Maps. You've been on Google Maps since you've been on here, dude.
Maps.
You've been Googling. You know what I mean?
Dr. No, can you please explain to this man one more time why you came up here because he said the Fifth Ward? Can you explain to him one more time? You came up here because he said Fifth Ward. Explain it to him one more time because he forgot.
I mean, yeah, because I mean that was you were saying. Y'all see, like when y'all be bringing up these damn hoods, y'all be hood hopping. Y'all not from the goddamn area. Oh, I'm from Fifth Ward. You start asking, what about this? You know what over here? Well, I was over there. Well, man, don't lie. That's why, ladies, you goddamn just tell the behavior, man.
Bro. Never.
Yes, then when you get cornered, well, actually, I'm from Northwood Manor. That don't make a damn difference, man, because Northwood Manor is something recent. You know what I'm saying? They ain't like an old hood like Fifth Ward.
Recent. What are you talking about, bro?
Man, Northwood Manor is not old like Fifth Ward and Third Ward.
Northwood Manor, Fontaine, Scenic Wood Plaza, Lake.
Them not old. That's not an old neighborhood, man. Remember, I said I was born in 62. You were born in 70. Northwood Manor was around no goddamn 72.
None of the neighborhoods you just named are historical black neighborhoods. You know that,
Are
right?
you serious? I was born in 72. And there wasn't nothing but black people over there.
But you
that's not.
bro.
Hold on. That's not the same as black people living there is not the same as historical black neighborhoods. That the OG.
Historical?
Hold on. The OG is sitting here telling you what's historical, what isn't.
Yes.
And you're just talking over him
and that's
as if he don't know what he's talking about.
And that's what's getting me mad because this man is 10 years older than you. When he talks, you need to listen.
If you was born in 72, how the hell would you know what's going on in 72?
So
and you was born in 72.
Why historical when I was
because that's our culture.
Over there.
That's what lineage is. His story.
Hey, Twizzle.
That's what lineage is.
Let me explain what difference it makes. Because foundational black Americans know this. You can't just come here and talk about what difference does it make that these aren't historical black neighborhoods because people who historically live there know historical black neighborhoods, my friend. And all you have done has literally, you've been disrespectful to our sisters. You've been disrespectful to our brothers. And now you're being disrespectful to an elder that was there way before you were. So what are we talking about, sir?
Where was he at?
Just
Like,
unspirited.
I got a
He's
problem
just
with that.
unspirited.
You owe
That's
Dr.
what
No
I'm
an
gonna start
apology.
calling them. That's
Dr.
what
No
it
an
is.
apology because you disrespected the elder. You owe Dr. No an apology.
bro,
Because he been your
this
age. You ain't been
dude,
his.
we stayed up like in from like 65 to maybe like 69 over there off of Lockwood Homestead. That was a damn white neighborhood. We had to fight them folks every day. It was like us and maybe like 2 other black families in the whole damn hood over there. We had to fight every goddamn day. It wasn't no goddamn black neighborhood. What are you talking about, man?
When I grew up,
You told me when you grew up, man, when you came into your realization of life, man, it should have been about 75.
No, I can only speak on what I know, bro.
Well, you can remember back when you was 1 year old.
I'm sorry, Twizzle, and that's the whole point. And I don't want to keep going in circles with this, but that's the whole point. You saying you can only talk on what you know. He's older than you, but you keep trying to tell him something that you don't know. That's the whole point. Y'all don't listen. Now, I want to allow Ro to speak, and I want us to move on with the conversation. I don't want to keep spinning the block with the same conversation, but basically this has been a learning lesson of how to engage with us. You got to be honest when you come in here. We're very good listeners. You can't be backpedaling because, okay, now we're really about to start digging into your lineage, because when you come in here with the lying and trying to tell us we didn't hear what we heard, these things you said in the beginning when you first came in, and yes, the space is recorded. You did say everything that they said you said, but I want to move on from this conversation so we can start tackling basically the title of the room, but I want to give Ro a chance to go ahead and respond. Go ahead, Ro.
I appreciate it, sister. Can y'all hear me?
Yes, sir.
All right, so this is my thing. As far as with the tethers, they love trying to, persuade us and try to get us to go with their agenda and try to make us, fall for the okie doke. You dig what I'm saying? And I hate to bring it back to it, but it's almost, it's synonymous with a tether. When we bring up certain things about our lineage and our culture and our neighborhoods and how we grew up and what we do and why we treat certain people the way we treat certain people, like the dude that just, like EJ say, forgot to put on his turtleneck. You dig what I'm saying? When you can't go back and tell somebody about the history of the neighborhood that you grew up in, because where I'm from in Louisiana, my neighborhood that I grew up in was an all-white neighborhood. You know how I know? Because my mama and my uncle told me that. You dig what I'm saying? My high school that I went to, that was a white high school. You know how I know? Because my cousin them got segregated into that school, and they told me how them white folks treated them. You dig what I'm saying? So all of this stuff, and he's 73, I'm 75. OG know, hey, I'm sitting and listening to him. That's all I want to do. You dig what I'm saying? Because OG know, he know what's popping. Hey, he gonna game me up. He gonna say, yo, man, look, this what went on right here. This what went on right here. This how it is now. But the only reason you would know these things is if you come up and listen. And I'm sorry for going back to the cuss words, Alpha, my bad. But the only way you can learn things about your community and your neighborhood is sit up and listen. When I grew up, and I hate to say this, I told Dr. Short this, man, and I hate it to my heart. I was so busy being a happy little kid that I never asked my great aunts and my grandmas and all them, my history and all these things like that, because I was too busy just loving on them. You know what I'm saying? My great aunt used to love me to death. All I did was want to go to her house, put my head in her lap, laugh, and point at serving merchandise magazines and tell her, look, girl, this is what I'm going to buy you when I get older. You dig what I'm saying? Before she passed, we was sitting in the old folks' home, just chopping it up. And she said, I already knew you wasn't going to buy it for me because of how the world is. And I was like, damn. You know what I'm saying? But a teller can't tell you that type of stuff. You dig what I'm saying? They can't tell you stuff like this. But y'all heard things like this in y'all family. Y'all know these things. Hey, and y'all showing the sad face. Don't show the sad face, because when she said it, she was smiling. You dig what I'm saying? She knew these things. That's why I love my great aunts. That's why I love my grandma and my mamas and all them. Because my mama took care of me. My mama would drop me off over their house. That was my daycare. I wonder if a teller can say that. You know what I'm saying? We sat We sat and watched Sesame Street. Yeah, you dig? The Muppet Show used to come on WGN. We used to sit up in there and watch that. You dig what I'm saying? We used to sit up there and watch that thick syrup with some grits, with little grits and a little egg with it. She might give you some bacon every now and then. But you feel what I'm saying? All us in this room know exactly what I'm talking about when I say something like that.
That's our history and that's our culture, man.
Hey, right.
I know.
When a brother like Dr. No say, hey, man, this was a black neighborhood. This was the white neighborhood. This was a mixed neighborhood. I can sit there and feel him because I know my mama and my daddy them used to tell me. My daddy didn't tell me because my dad is a country boy. We got 40 acres of land already. My grandfather made sure we had that. You dig what I'm saying? He actually had more than that, but he had to sell it. My grandma had to sell it because when he passed, they ain't had nobody to make no money. So she had to sell some of them acres because of taxes and things like that. You dig what I'm saying? My dad and them, and it's 14 of them. You dig? It's 14 of them. The older girls, they moved to Cali. The older boys moved to New Orleans. All of them are sending money back to the house. So they taking care of their mom and that land. To this day, right now, I'm trying to get my uncle them so we can make sure we straighten that out. Keep that land in the family, you know what I'm saying? But Tethers can't do that. Tethers don't do that. Tethers don't know nothing about that. They leave, they flee, they leave their land where they people from. You know what I'm saying? They don't know how to take care of that land. They don't know when they like, hey man, this my mama them land, this my grandma them land. They can't do nothing with that like us. You dig? We take care of that land and we keep it in the family. That's the thing about a tether, that they can't rock like we rock. They don't know nothing about this stuff. They can come in the room and pretend to be us all they want to. But people like Natural, people like Twizzle, people like Church, people like Alpha, people like EJ, and people like myself smell that shit when they hit that door. That funk hit us before they even tell us they're a tether. You dig? That's even if they put root work on that shit, still gonna hit. We gonna know you ain't us. Because we already know how you coming in the room, you dig? You come in the room wrong, especially the biggest thing about a tether, and they can't help it, they can try it all they want. The biggest thing about a tether is when a sister get on their ass, when she just asks them a question, just one little question, they snap.
They can't take being questioned by a woman. Yeah, they snap. They go crazy.
They go psych. Soon as they hear that sister say, well, what did this have? What? And they ask them so sweet and so nice. The minute she asks them a question, them some snap. Yeah, they gone. Them don't know how to control themselves. You dig what I'm saying? They don't know how to control themselves when a sister can tell them. That's the difference between us and them. We listen to our sisters. We let them talk. Because we can't learn if they ain't there. That's the mother. That's the mother. You dig what I'm saying? Black woman is the mother. They teach us a little bit. We tell them a little bit of us. That's how we learn and we grow together. They don't do that. They don't listen to what they women have to say like that. And I don't want to say it like that, but shut your mouth and just listen to what I'm telling you. That's how they rock. And that's why their countries are like they are. That's why their countries don't always in a gutter and don't want to listen to their woman or try to work with their woman. They don't know nothing about community. That's the real key right there. They have no sense of community with them. Because if they did, none of them countries would be feeling like they are. There's too many of them in one goddamn area, in one country, for them to be feeling like they are. You got 54 countries in one continent in Africa. Ain't no damn way they ain't supposed to have at least 3 of them damn countries that's on page together. Ain't no damn way. And you got all, I'm telling you something on the cool. I'm going to Jamaica next year. I'm going to Montego Bay. Yep, I already booked my shit, and I'm going. I done been there before. Ain't nobody on page because everybody down there hustling. Everybody hustling, and they working all of them up in these little shopping areas and these little shopping complexes with these white folks. The white folks on the building, and they working for them. Ain't no damn way with us. The only reason the white folks got that stuff in our communities right now is because they took people ideas, and they, you know, as far as with us having what we need in our community, you know what I'm saying? My dad asked me that one time before. Hey, what can I do to try to help to make the community grow and get better and get bigger? I said, Dad, what you need to do is go down there to the city council and tell them bouncers to stop getting these grabs and all these folks all this money. Because I remember growing up, that whole strip wasn't nothing but black people. Now you got tire shops and liquor stores down the street. I said, man, do something about that. That's how you stop that shit. But I'm going to land right there, y'all. I hope y'all have a blessed night. I appreciate y'all, man. Really, really do, man. This FBA love all day, you dig? I got to get ready for my cruise in the morning. Y'all hold it down.
Man, you have a ball. You enjoy yourself and you stay safe.
Stay good, fam. Listen, family, y'all some cold-ass certified foundational Black Americans. Do y'all know I just left and went to go get me something to eat. Hey, we ain't just roasting tethers tonight, homeboy. So we put it all on the serve today. And by the way, all y'all certified. My mama been in here. Mama Alpha. Y'all say hello to my mama Alpha, my beautiful
Hey,
mother, man.
Salute, Mama
Mama.
Hello,
Y'all
Mama
know.
Alpha. How
Queen.
you doing?
Hello, Mama Queen.
Mama
Much
Thank you.
love
Alpha.
to
There
you.
you go.
Thank you for being here,
Thank
Mama
you for
Queen.
raising us certified.
But hey, shout out to Mama Queen, man.
It's all love, baby. It's all love, baby. You know what it is. My mama said she done heard it all. She said y'all was in here roasting, dude.
Mama, we body slammed him.
Damn. Fam, let me tell you something. In the history of spaces, this has been the biggest roast I've ever heard in my damn life. And I done heard some. We done been a part. Natural, I done seen you body about 50, 11 people. Okay? All right, Ro, we've been going back. Twizzle, I done seen you shut down people. They don't even come around no more. EJ, I'm not even going to talk about your bamboo stick, brother. Okay, let's just say we had all of that working tonight, and I appreciate y'all doing that while I went and got me some food. Now I'm back here, but I got to eat, y'all. You know what I'm saying? I know y'all all hungry. So am I. Y'all roasted this dude until the dawn. Dusk till dawn. All right? And these tellers is done. So I'm going to let, you know what I'm saying? I got me one of them salads, you know what I'm saying, with the motherfucking breadsticks and the damn, I got the croutons on that. I got my ranch dressing. I'm a ranch guy. I don't know about y'all, but let me tell y'all one thing for certain. Texas has been in the house tonight. The West Coast is in the house tonight. The East Coast is in the house tonight. And y'all know the Midwest in the house tonight. You want to talk about fully representing. You want to talk about what real lineage unity looks like, real solidarity amongst yourself and no outsiders, y'all. It's this right here. So shout out to all of y'all. Let me spin the hands. Shout out to the family. I will start with Miss Stacy because you roasted this dude up, you know what I'm saying, and sent him home. And I heard that he's on a Deep Space Nine with that war forehead. Shout out to you, my brother Church. You started that. Go ahead, Miss Stacy.
I don't know what was being said while I was on the phone with my mom, but when I came back in and our brother was preaching, like he was, man, and I'm trying to listen and everything, and I was hearing everything. All I know is I'm loving this space right now, you guys. And he mentioned something about his great aunts and his family taking care of them and sending money. And you know what? I was literally just this last weekend, me and my brother was talking. He was talking about how he was glad, how much, we from California, born and raised here our whole life. And he was saying how he loves it that he was born in California. He thought about leaving, but every time he visited other places, he's just like, man, I'm glad to come back home. I like visiting, but I like coming back home. But he was telling me about how when he went to visit some of our family in Texas, matter of fact, in Houston, and was saying how, one of our cousins was showing him some land, some property that our family had and has a cemetery on it, and was just kind of describing it. And I kept thinking, man, I bet you that's just some real good energy to just soak up. And I was like, next time I go visit my family, I'm gonna ask somebody to take me over there. And then while I was on the phone with my mom, we was talking about a bunch of different stuff, and I was going to share how she was telling me, because where she lives at, she's in a older people community. And the people, like, it's kind of mixed, but it started out mostly white people. They starting to move more black people in there. But one of her friends, she was telling me how she passed away and how the daughter was treating her before she died. And she was like, I blame her daughter because she moved out. She didn't want to do nothing. She didn't want to help her. And this lady died with a broken heart because her daughter didn't want to be around and help her out. And then she was telling me about some other people, some white women that live around there, and how they kids, one of the lady's daughters is a millionaire, lives in another state somewhere, don't want to help her out. Another lady told, I guess something about talking about she can help her daughter. And the daughter was like, no, I'm going to get somebody else to do this. And then told this old lady to F off. And I was just like, we don't do that. And I told my mom, I was like, man, even me and you have our issues. We have our disputes sometimes. Me and my mom will go back and forth. There'll be moments when she mad at me and I'm just like, whatever, lady. And I'll just be like, I'm going to give you your space because you tripping. And, she got her issues, but there's certain things I would never say to her. There's a line you just don't cross. And we as kids of our elders, we don't just discard them. We don't put them in a home and leave them and not go visit them. My sister-in-law right now, her grandmother raised her. She's in a home, and every weekend they go see her. They spend time with her. My nieces go with her, and we don't do our family like that. We don't just leave our family behind. When we talk about people who have been adopted, and you hear people say, oh yeah, well, I was adopted by so-and-so. Really, we weren't adopted. We were still in the family. No matter what, we don't let our family go out and be adopted by somebody else, especially let alone know what people. The thing is, we don't just discard our family members. We don't leave people. We just don't do that. And we ain't like these tethers. That's why they always musty and funky. You know, like you said, you can smell them before they hit the door. They tell you, they announce that they coming. They ain't got to say nothing, but you smell them coming in. It's like, damn. Oh my goodness. It don't make no sense. But yeah, we different. We different. We special. And we just have something that they want. I told my mom, I said, they want to be us. They want to be like us. They want to take everything that we have, but we still keep pushing. We still keep moving. And we just a bomb, man. And just shout out to everybody in the room, my FBA family. I mean, I can say, okay, to some of those who want to be riders or who are sincere riders, but you know, hey, only us at the cookout, only us in the juke joint. We can't let split people come in there, because we have to really, truly protect who we are, protect our lineage, protect our futures, you know. And man, I love all y'all, for real. For real. I'm getting all emotional and everything, but you know, I just have to say that. And I'm gonna go ahead and drop down and let somebody else have the mic. Thank you.
I'm going to go to church, and then back to Gerard, and then Dr. No. And I see you requesting, I don't know what last words you have to say, possibly. Go ahead, church.
Oh, my sister, much love to you, as well as much love to our brother Black Alpha, but major love to Mama Alpha. Without you, there would be no Black Alpha. So I got to send all my love to you. I hope you're still listening to know that we appreciate you in every step of everything that you have ever done to bring our brother to the being that he is today. You manifested a wonderful child, and that child, he is the #1 activist out here doing what he's doing. So shout out to Mama Alpha. I got to say that first and foremost. Also to my brother Alpha, I understand that you're a ranch guy, my guy. I'm a ranch guy as well, but also ranch was created by Stephen Henson, one of our foundational Black American brothers. So, you know, we still holding it down by being ranch brothers. You dig what I'm saying?
Find the church. Boy, church gonna have a military speech.
You know I got to, brother. You know I got to. I also got to give a shout out to our brother Ro. Much love to our brother Ro. So, you know, shout out to our brother Ro for that, because that right there is unmatched the way you handled that situation, as well as shout out to Dr. No. Like I said, these are people who are certified. So much love to Dr. No for coming in here to make sure we knew who the hell he was speaking about, even though, like I said, I was Googling. Google didn't even bring up the fact that that man was arrested for prostitution and all that other stuff. But it did say that he was a part of the city council. So I myself would have to ask, if you're so locally inclined, why haven't you been holding your homeboy, Jarvis Johnson, to accountability when it comes down to what's being put in your neighborhood? Let's be very clear about that. So, you know, family, I just want to end with this. Being certified isn't just something that we do. Being certified is a way of life. We're not choosing to have these feelings hit us the way that they hit us. Those feelings hit us because our ancestors are trying to tell us something. And in every single time that the ancestor hits us, and it's never not just, have you noticed, it's never not just one of us. The ancestors are hit many of us at the same time with the, oh, this isn't right, there's something wrong here. My sister Natural, she's one of the first to always come off the mic to address it. But the truth of the matter is, most of us, we're hearing it, we're feeling it in our spirit. That's that soul, that's that FBA Majora spirit. Because when that dude started talking about Tariq, but then acted like he was new to the space, you can't be new to this space if you're not new to Tariq. That doesn't make any sense. It doesn't make any sense at all. And then you turn around and try to talk back or do a back and forth with an elder that's been here way before you was born, that's showing me that you are a tether outside of the other things that showed me you were a tether, you know, like the whole predator hairline that starts in the back of your ears, like the whole headband that got not only the Pan-African colors on it, you got the Ghanaian colors on it. Like, these are situations that we're going to be able to see through and through. So when you start disrespecting an elder that's been in the neighborhood longer than you've been alive, yeah, buddy, you literally just lost the whole plot. Well, really, you didn't lose the plot. You never had the plot. That's the biggest issue. You folks won't just come up in here and tell us, hey, I might not be FBA, but here's my opinion, and we'll address it as it comes. You guys take so much energy trying to be us, it really pulls away from any credibility that you would ever have by coming in here speaking to us as a genuine person. I have a lot of African friends who do not agree with these tethers. And that's why I make sure to be very, very, very simple and plain when I speak about tethers. When I say tethers is an action word, it isn't where you're from. It is an action that you do, because I have plenty of friends who I didn't even never had to say nothing about correcting their tethers, who consistently correct their tethers, who are from Africa, who are from the Caribbean, who are even, to be honest with you, I have a couple of white people who do the same thing. Do I trust them fully? No, because I understand the deceitful nature of the situation. But I explained that to them too. And guess what? They can't do nothing but accept it, because they damn sure can't check it. When you live in a situation, when your people has lived through an experience that nobody else has lived through, you're not going to be able to tell us as people who live through an experience how we should react to certain situations, or ask questions like, what shall we do? Or I'm tired of just sitting around talking. The second you said I'm tired of sitting around talking, my ears went up. Because of the fact that I knew for certain that we're not just sitting here talking. You have to understand something. Charlie Kirk was sitting around on all these different school campuses, sitting around just talking. But the things that he was talking about was anti-black racism. And because he had billionaires funding that, he was able to get on other campuses. And you was like, well, he's on all these college campuses. Let me let you understand something, sir. When you are funded by billionaires who are anti-black, it is nothing for them to get you on predominantly PWI campuses. This is one of the things that I was trying to bring to your attention. People in these spaces within the foundational Black American community, we are well-versed. We're not just well-versed in history. We're not just well-versed in logic. We're not just well-versed in politics. We're not just well-versed in human activity, as well as you doing that Freudian slip psychology. We're well versed as in the whole situation of white supremacy as a whole. Shout out to Brother Neely Fuller Jr., as well as our sister Dr. Frances Cress Welsing, as well as all of our grandmaster teachers from Dr. Henrik Clark all the way down to Dr. Khalid Muhammad. We have been trained by the best. And until you understand that, you will never understand foundational Black Americans. and you deserve everything that you're going to get after trying to deceive foundational Black Americans. And I'm going to land with this because I know there are others that want to have their say. My brother, Black Alpha, asks a very important question. What kind of mop should we call this man? And I'm going to tell you the truth, my family, and you can disagree or re-agree. There are two different titles I want to put on this mop. Either a tragic mop, you know how if you ever seen Everybody Hates Chris and something happens to Chris, dude from upstairs will say tragic, because he hit a tragic wall in this situation, thinking he was going to come in here and trying to correct us or tell us or do anything with us. That's one. And then the next one is a deceitful mop. You might think that was a mop. Family, we all know those deceitful mops, right? We have stores selling deceitful mops. Mops comes with the head and they got all the little strings on it, so it's going to hit in all these different directions. A deceitful mop isn't really a mop. A deceitful mop is a sponge pretending to be a mop. You can't even wring the sponge out. This is where we're at right now. And that's where I'm going to lay it. With that being said, much love to my brother Black Alpha. Once again, we're in a whole new era, family. And that era is what's driving these folks insane. From the Nabisco to the Tether wannabe Nabisco. We're going to call those Trabiscos. It is not changing. You're going to have to learn the rules of engagement, and you're going to have to learn that we're setting the rules of engagement.
Go ahead, Gerard.
Certified salute.
Wanted to say that this is the Coliseum. Shout out to Mama Alpha. Shout out to Black Alpha. I'm sorry for the things I say, but you know, when you go to the Coliseum, you get excited because it's so beautiful to see all my Black people in the Coliseum. I just get excited when I come in here to just see all the beautiful Blackness, and I just get and like I say, if I said something to offend anyone, I'm sorry. If I talk too loud, if I curse too loud, I'm gonna apologize to everybody. But we gotta know the enemy, and the enemy is the people that pretend to be us. And I'll land with this. Listen to what he said. He said, I didn't know. And the reason why he don't know is because he don't have the spirit of God. God created us. That's why they can't beat us. And I'll land with that.
Certified salute. Dr. No, it's on you, fam.
All right, thank you, brother. No, it's a good space. I'm always looking for enlightenment, but as you said, as a Black American, I like a good roast. And one thing I like about these spaces, you know, I don't have to actually run you down at my age. I can walk you down. So when these guys are coming and trying to tell you about some things that you know are false, then they want to try to get mad at you and stuff. So I knew this guy didn't know what he was talking about. I'm like the girl, he got to be a tether. Because even if you're from Fifth Ward, from whatever neighborhood, and you stay in the house all the time, by going to school, you would talk with children, you would know some things about the area. He knows nothing about the area. He knows, I mean, like, maybe if I would have asked him about Mickey Mouse or Popeye, he probably can tell me something about that. But so far as like what goes on in Black neighborhoods, because in Houston, you had 3 major Black neighborhoods: 3rd Ward, 4th Ward, and 5th Ward. That's close to downtown. Outside that, Acres Home, Cashmere Garden, Sunnyside, South Park.
Shout out to y'all. Shout out to my brother. Shout out to the whole fam. I appreciate everybody who came through, man. I appreciate all y'all. This has been a classic space, but it's always classic when you put the #1 activist with the Tether detector. Got my brother Church in here. Y'all all follow my brother Church. Make sure y'all do that. Shout out to my sister. I appreciate the love, man. Y'all know how we do. We be ending careers up in here. I don't give a damn if you an op, if you a mop, if you a shield. It don't matter. Tethers can't come around us. We all mount up and regulate. That's how we do. And there'll be another one on another day, and we're going to continue until the asses ain't around here no more, man. So certified salute to the whole fam. Hey, haters keep on hating, man. Black Alpha gonna keep on winning, man. I'm a living legend. I'm a living legend, fam. I'm going down with the Bobbies and the Hueys, with the Martins and the Malcolms. I'm going down with the Fred Hamptons and the Tupacs, man. Number one activists, keep on hating me. I'm gonna stay shining on you. Checkmate all damn day. My sister Natural Taurus, certified salute to you. Bring us home, sister, if you may.
I just want to say it's always a pleasure tag teaming, being a part of the Royal Rumble with the family when it comes to these tethers, and I just enjoy every moment. And I can't remember who said it, but like it's just natural with us. Like even if I'm the one that's more vocal of exposing the tether, we just ping pong off of each other, and we just be ping ponging off of each other because that's what we do as foundational Black Americans. So I want everyone to have a great evening. Thank you for coming to the space. We've been here a lot of hours. That's how you know this space was popping. So I thank you for everyone that spoke, and I hope you guys have a great evening.